have actual artists, you know what I'm saying? But tonight, we got a whole mushroom enthusiast in the building. Yes, Southern Belle Funk. They, it wouldn't be a show if we didn't go. You know what I'm saying? I think every show was started like that, but it's a good thing. If you stuck with us, then you understand. But like I was saying, we got Southern Belle Fungus in the building. She gonna teach us some things, teach y'all some things.
Hell
I'm
yeah, hell
excited.
yeah, hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, what it do? We've actually been talking about you for a good little minute.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's what's up. That's what's up. I've been meaning to come on. I've been meaning to come on.
Yeah, no. Last time you were talking about you didn't have anything just yet set up, so you wanted to wait a second. So now you finally got something. She's here, y'all. Um, I'm sharing this podcast with everybody right now, so that's why I'm a little
Thank you.
distracted.
Thank
But
you.
yeah,
It's okay. It's okay.
Bro, the crazy thing about it, if you watch every video, and even it's got us on one of the clips while we're in mid podcast and we're just like on our phones. And I know people probably like these disrespectful
like they don't
motherfuckers.
care that we just watch it.
Nah, but they don't understand.
Nah,
Like,
we trying to get the information to the people.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? You
To
gotta
the
share it to groups.
people.
Gotta share it to podcast
That's
groups.
it.
Different,
Got it.
Streamlabs is good, but you're your best
You
marketer.
want to tap in with everybody. You want to make sure y'all know.
Exactly.
Sometimes they get notified on Facebook, but we want to make sure y'all know. You know.
Exactly.
That's it.
Especially because it's be, we do the show around 8:30, sometimes even 9 o'clock, and we want you right when you just get in bed and you ready to wind down, and before you go on a real rampage, and just keep scrolling and scrolling until like 12 o'clock. At least come here.
I could never think of the caption for any fucking thing.
For the
trying to
video.
share it for her
Yeah,
page
I'm
too.
trying to share it.
Ooh.
She says she's trying to have her followers tap in. See, everybody
Okay.
just intercollecting, tapping in.
Hey, I get it. I understand.
Let's workshop live then. What's the caption? E? You go with this workshop shit. This brainstorm shit.
A caption. How you want it? You want it gritty? You want it feminine? You want it?
A little gritty. A little. So it's gonna be on Facebook, so my family gonna be watching. But at the same time, my family know me, so
Mm.
they know me. They know the kid.
Come tap in, guys. Is this your first podcast? Second podcast?
I've done interviews before, so
Come tap in with your girl. Da 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 da. On the No Limit Podcast. Boom. Simple, sweet, and curious. Has motherfuckers wondering. Yeah. Camera guy. We're live, but we ain't recording.
Oh shit, you right. But it's cool because even though we live when as soon as I hit record, it's gonna catch back up.
Who told you that?
I know that.
You know that for a fact.
Yeah. And watch. Let's end this live. Not right now, obviously, but when we done with this live, go check go download it and you gonna see it.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, please, sir. Thank you.
Right.
I've been doing my research on Streamlabs and everything. I've been in the lab, bro. We cooking. We not just sitting on our hands, twiddling our thumbs and stuff. We learning how to do a real production work out here. We setting up cameras. We have the lighting going. We got angles popping out. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, watch this. Boom, different camera angle. Boom, different camera angle.
oh,
Back to the first one. We back here. You feel me? We out here learning shit. Come on now. We studying.
I'm not even gonna say what I
Like,
want to say.
stop
Boy,
playing.
you so
We
corny
out
as hell,
here.
boy. Boy,
We
what
out
the hell
here.
ever? Yo. So let's tap in with you, this Southern Belle Fungus.
Yes.
Yo, what made you get into this typical field?
Okay, so what made me go into growing mushrooms was one, I wanted to do something different outside of making music, 'cause I used to rap.
Mm-hmm.
And I got tired of that, didn't want to do that anymore, wanted a new scene. And so I had got some friends and they had started growing some shrooms. They put me on. And at first I was like, nah, I'm not going to do it. It's not that serious. It's that and the third. And then I had got some shrooms, didn't trip. I was like, yeah, I need to start growing my own. Can't be out here wasting my money. Can't be out here wasting my time. Then it's on some shit like, what the heck did I really eat? So yeah, that's what kind of made me started. Just some faulty ass shit.
So it was a bad experience that made you want to have a good experience.
Yeah.
Okay.
Definite. But from there, I started like just obsession. Mushrooms was just like I didn't leave the house. I stopped watching television because I was on the shrooms, right? And then from there, I just got reading books. I read a whole bunch of like Buddhist to Bhakti to Christianity.
So is it a lot of shrooms in the research that you've been doing?
Yes.
And it connects to religion a lot?
Yes.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
Well, it always kind of threw me off back in the day when people would go through like witch hunts and like special, special rituals and stuff like that. Back then, there wasn't necessarily books on mushrooms and different type of applications to use to get you high. So I feel like sometimes, like back in the day, they might have ate a piece of moldy bread.
Yes, that's exactly what happened. So back in like the Salem witch trials, ryeberry bread and ryeberry seeds was a thing, and it had got contaminated. And when certain things get contaminated, it can cause certain molds, and these molds can become psychedelic. And so these people were pretty much eating contaminated ryeberry seeds that was making them either hallucinate, vomit, throw up uncontrollably, and die, or either just hallucinate.
Mm.
So, a lot.
Yeah.
So you're pretty much right.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like,
a lot of.
I could only imagine going to, I can only imagine like living back then, and then picking up something like, Mom, look, I got stuff for the stew, and then bloop bloop, and then next thing you know, Mom, the fire, it's dancing, talking to me, and
Best
the
stew you ever had in your life.
And the mom, she tripping in the corner.
walls are melting, Mom.
That would be crazy in the 1600s though. You don't know what the fuck
is going on, you know?
Think about that though, honestly. Think about that though, honestly. How many people might have got like burned alive or killed or hung because they was on shrooms and like, that's a witch right there.
Yeah, because they just high and people don't realize it,
That's wild as fuck.
Because you got like, you got the people that drink, right? And then they're looked down upon the people that don't drink, or they're down upon the people that smoke, and vice versa. You got it with every substance that you ever do. You always got somebody to downplay it. So you had that one motherfucker that was just like, damn, the whole village is having fun. I'm gonna burn it alive. Like, you know what I'm saying?
It's the witches over there.
Yeah, exactly. It had to be like an old ass hater to come in the building and just be like, yeah, we stopping this shit.
Most definitely. I definitely think it was somebody hating.
So have you been growing? I don't want to say using, because using sounds like a bad choice of words, but partaking in what's another word? The spiritual. Come on, help me out, D-Lo. The spiritual. I'm thinking of a word.
Mentality.
No, a spiritual awakening process.
Yes.
There you go.
Okay, which is interesting. So I was watching a documentary, I want to say 2 nights ago, and it was talking about how not everybody, but most people who they do like psychedelics and shrooms, they go through like a ego death, and how they want to stop saying the word ego death and they want to start saying ego disillusion. Because in order for you to know that you lost yourself in the first place, you would have know who you are. To know that you was lost. You get what I'm saying?
I get it.
Yeah.
I probably get it more if I was, there, but
that's why a lot of people, like on Indian reservations and everything, they do peyote, they do shrooms and things out there because they go on that spiritual journey. They go find themselves. So it's always a ritual.
Peyote is a whole nother.
That's a different level. That's next level.
That's like a 16-hour high.
Yeah.
And I heard it doesn't hit you till like 7 hours. I was talking to a guy who had some on him and who did some, and he was like giving me the spill.
So when it's regulated, they'll microdose it to you, so it's not all hitting you at one time like that.
That's crazy.
And yeah, it's different, but
I still think it's crazy.
It is guaranteed. But I mean, most people who go on spiritual journeys, though, sometimes need it to be an intense shock, depending on who you are. It's different for everybody,
You can accidentally go into an intense spiritual journey, and it'll be a bad trip in the onset, and then when you come out of it, it's like, oh my gosh.
It's a revelation.
Really overcame it. Yeah, it's like a revelation. People feel like triumphant.
No, fuck that. I don't need no trippy. I feel like...
Have you done shrooms?
Yes.
Okay.
But I feel like doing peyote or something like that, like I'm gonna be in a snake pit, like because you talking about
So
they
you
went through
wouldn't do DMT?
I want to, but then again, I'm just like, if I'm if I'm going to experience it anyway, like when I die, I'll just wait for them. I'm not gonna ruin the experience because we naturally produce the properties of DMT when we pass away. So it's just like maybe that just be my last high, to be my last ride, like take me over the sunset type shit. Like just get rid of it. Some drugs I just can't partake in. Like I've done my weed, I've done my mushrooms, I've done my acids, but
see, I'm an advocate for shrooms over acid. That's just me, because I've known some people who have had some bad acid and it didn't go well. It didn't go well.
I always tell people when they do it, like, yo, keep good company, not your standard company. Like, yeah, you always want to hang out with your friends, the woes and shit like that, and do new things. But no, you need somebody that knows the signs of dehydration, that knows the signs
the signs of dehydration is, oh my god. Yeah. Shout out to my friends who knew the signs of dehydration and got me hydrated.
Yeah, because sometimes people be like, man, they just tripping whole time. You dry mouth cotton trying to breathe.
They looking pale.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people, so I would tell people, yo, do it around somebody that can keep you safe. Don't do it around somebody that's going to be like, yeah, bro, go run in the middle of the road.
Oh, most definitely. Don't. Oh, my gosh. I feel like I'm not going to say I feel like we've all experienced that, because hopefully we don't have those kind of friends around. But I have.
Yeah. Now, I've had a homeboy, he did it trying to be cool, stepping out his element, just trying to be around somebody.
You can't be cool stepping out of your element.
Yeah, and the motherfucker stepped out. He stepped out, and then the next thing you know, they threw his ass in a mirror hotel. Like, there's a hotel in Norfolk that has nothing but glass walls and glass this. And he tripped out, and like 6-7 hours later, this man's in fucking a hospital. And he's fucking still tripping balls. And he's like, who gave it to him? We're all just like, oh, man.
Well, you stayed with him?
Huh?
You stayed with him?
No, we were in the fucking Navy. So it was like, yo, bro.
So they found out.
Yeah, like, bro, look, I guarantee you. So we're going to break your legs. Like,
acid?
Yeah, he was off the acid.
And it could have been some bad acid, man.
Yeah, he was on, we were doing like stamps and shit. And he was trying to be Mighty Joe Young and was lining his whole arm up. And people that don't know.
Lining his arm up?
Yeah, so when you don't know anything about acid, it doesn't matter where you put it. It's going to seep through your skin regardless. So if you sweat, if you got a cut, like I've had people put it on cuts. I've had people put it on tongues, their eyes.
I've heard of that. I've heard of those things.
I have, but I've never seen it done.
No, okay, so like when I first did it, like I wanted that whole. Before y'all say anything in the comments, I know we're going to clip it up. Y'all going to say some bullshit. But I wanted to be like Jimmy.
Jimmy who?
Jimi Hendrix. Because, before his shows, he used to dip his headbands in actual acid.
But a lot of people are doing things because they want to be like Jimmy. And Jimmy's not a bad person.
Yeah, he's not bad, but he was on a different era. Yeah, he was on a different time.
That was a different era. We can't live like that no more. This is an industrial society now. We cannot. Imagine you going to work with a headband on and you doing your job.
But that was when Sykes was at his prime, though.
Yeah, so
Sykes was at his prime.
Exactly. So I was just like, man, I want to go through what he went through. Like, motherfuckers broke one of his top tier guitars, set it on fire, and just watched it burn.
Do you listen to Jimmy?
Mid concert. Fuck yes. Mid concert.
And listen to Jimi Hendrix.
And I'm just like.
Now, more Psychonauts. Do you listen to George Clinton?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I went to.
He was ahead of his time too.
What?
He shouldn't have been in that era. It was dope.
Oh my goodness! I went to a Funkadelic concert this past August. It was in Richmond.
Oh.
I went in the astronaut costume. I like the cosplay and shit.
Yeah.
So definitely had a time of my fucking life. I was off the shrooms. Had an eighth of golden teachers.
If you go to a Funkadelic concert and you're not on some type of hallucinogen.
It was amazing.
It's gonna be worse for you if you're sober.
Oh my goodness!
Right.
It was. I felt like I was on the mothership, and it was crazy because they had the people that he came with was just so fucking spectacular. Oh my God. The guy was like, the mothership hasn't even connected, y'all. And I'm like, damn, it hasn't.
Oh shit.
That's only my worst fear. Like I've done it with a group of I've done mushrooms and stuff like that with a group of people, but I'll be too terrified to do it like in a setting like that. Like
Too many people around you.
yeah, like I need to, like I don't know. My last couple times doing it, I was
And
secluded.
I was by myself, so I can feel it.
You know what I'm saying? I was secluded, and it allowed me, like you said earlier, like it allowed me to do my own research. Now the research, wasn't on like a religion or anything, but I was doing anime research, but I was in depth, like you know what I'm saying. I'm like one of the characters.
Yeah.
So it was definitely a dope ass experience, especially the different once you realize like the different types, the different strands and stuff. Matter of fact, this is what you do. So this is who you are. Can you tell us the different strands of what you know, the knowledge you have?
Okay, so you want to talk psychs, medicinal, gourmet? Which? How
You just took him for a spin.
Yeah, let's just go down the list.
Okay.
Example 1.
Okay, so let's talk mainly psychs because that's what everybody want to hear. There's so many types, but they all run under the same type of like gene, and it's called P. cubensis. So you'll have like golden teachers, penis envies, albino penis envies. They're all types of the same species. So if I could put it to you, like if mushrooms was people, psychedelics, those type of psychedelics would be like
The black people.
different shades of black people. So you got your high yellows, your dark skins, your light skins, but it's all pretty much the same thing. But there are certain potencies because a golden teacher trip is not like a penis envy trip. It's totally different. But you also have your different species of psychedelics. So you also have like your P. natalinas and your P. mexicanos. And those, like, it's in the name, so it's derived from Mexico. And those hit, like, crazy.
Yeah, and you're
highly
called
spiritual.
It's a microologist? Is that
mycologist.
What it is? Mycologist.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's... Because I don't have a lot of people to do outside. You know, a long time ago we talked about like outside drugs. That's necessarily an outside drug, like outside the norm.
And outside.
I promise you, I've taken shrooms and this might be TMI. I've taken shrooms and did nude body painting and then like did the little press on shit with the, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, that is TMI.
It's not. Shut up. But it was dope as fuck though. It was fire and it came out with a dope painting. It's somewhere in storage probably, but yeah.
I don't think I would want to see your ass on a black canvas or some shit.
Not the point.
It's a white canvas.
I couldn't do it.
It's a white canvas, sir.
No, but I feel like now, but since like, because when did it really pop out? I would say like 2020 is when I really seen like the mushroom game hit mainstream, right? Rappers like, okay, you eating chocolate bars?
Everybody was doing it. I want to say pandemic, mid-pandemic.
They had shit else to do.
Which was kind of lame. I'm one of those type of people where when everybody started doing something, I instantly get like, eh. So, and everybody's doing shrooms now, so I'm like, eh. And I'm the mushroom lady, so I'm like, eh. But hey, I love it. Still love it, but I don't like the chocolate bars. People have to be, it's dangerous. It's a dicey game with the chocolate bars because people could be putting Molly in that.
I wasn't gonna say Molly.
What about heroin?
I would say I wouldn't even see. And then when it comes to that, I don't even think about shit like that. I was just
scared now.
I was just saying it on the standpoint of like I've eaten too many before. Like eat the bars and they be like, here, just take 2 sticks, and I'm like, man, give me half the bar. And I'm, no. And then depending on your digestive system is depending when you gonna get your ass kicked.
And see, that's too much for me. That's why as the mushroom person, I always just do the mushroom itself. You know,
yeah,
because you know,
organic,
yeah,
raw.
You know what you're getting into, and then those polka dots, the 1-ups, the Wonka whatevers, like those are just mass produced. You can just buy the packaging and then make your own whatever.
Do
and
you like the polka dot shots?
I had those before and I felt nothing.
Really?
And it scared me.
It was like
it scared me.
It was like you and homeboys sample.
Who?
The homie that we
hey, We gonna know who's watching.
But it be just like that. Like,
No,
like my first experience doing mushrooms, right? I was like a junior in high school, and I went to my junior year. I went to an all white school. Let's put it like that. All the black people, we related in some type of way, and it was this dealer or whatever. Shout out to him. Well, fuck it. I don't know if he's still alive.
Damn, still alive? Was he in the trenches like that?
Nah, he was one of those trippy white boys. Like, he was one of them come to school half-baked.
Turn around and die.
Yeah, like 10 o'clock with his Jeep Cherokee.
The boots and the suits.
But his mom's a doctor, his dad's a lawyer type shit.
Oh, he one of them.
Yeah, he was one of them, but he had the good shit. And, like, he was like, yeah, bro.
Of course, his mom was a fucking doctor. Right? He was getting the fucking scripts.
Exactly. So he was like, yeah, man, just go ahead and take these, but don't eat them all at once. And now thinking about it, he probably gave me like a whole eighth. And I was just like, all right, cool. So I'm on the bus, just microdosing, just taking the caps and eating them. I was taking like sour straws.
Do you like how they taste? I hate how mushrooms taste.
It's like almost.
How do you stand the taste?
It's like a salad with no dressing.
Oh gosh, I don't like that's terrible.
Yeah, that's a terrible description because you fooling these people out here. It's not like a salad with no dressing.
That is not.
I can eat a salad with no dressing.
There's people out here eating salad with no dressing, and it is not.
How about talk about proper diet and fitness, or we can work, or how we can work together? Well, we would love to talk about that, but at this moment, I think our description was messed up, so they don't know exactly. Well, the description is good, but the title's not. We actually have a mushroom enthusiast in the building, and we want to talk about what she got going on and how she got started and her experiences and the do's and don'ts. So maybe that could be part of proper diet and fitness.
Talking about proper diet and fitness.
Can mushrooms affect your diet?
Mushrooms can definitely affect your diet. If there's vegans and vegetarians out there. I'm one of them who mainly eat mushrooms. Like last night, I had a chicken sandwich and it wasn't really chicken. It was just fried oyster mushrooms. And it had like a chicken type of taste. It was amazing.
You're talking about the good, the regular mushrooms, not the
not the psychedelic.
No.
I was just like, damn.
Different types of mushrooms. She said that earlier. It's not all just that. It's not just shrooms. It's also mushrooms. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Oyster mushrooms, and then there's also lion's mane. People use
that's
lion's mane
for look like it comes from the sea. It's like all fuzzy, like a.
It looked like it comes from the sea, but it actually goes on wood. It grows on wood, just like oyster mushrooms.
Do you have some?
I don't. Well, I have some lion's mane supplements. I do grow lion's mane, but I don't have any right now.
So I personally don't like mushrooms, like the actual mushrooms, because
you probably only have baby bellas.
No, it's a texture thing for me. I can't do the texture. It's too slimy.
And that's okay. My mom's like that. My mom doesn't really like. Well, she likes certain kind of mushrooms. She likes it cooked. Now, outside of that, she ain't gonna really have it, and I don't blame her.
Yeah, but like you were saying, there's different mushrooms that taste like different things. Like, I actually watched a clip where there was a mushroom on a tree, and the dude said, once you cook it up, it tastes just like steak. Now, do I believe like a plant could taste like flesh?
No, hell yeah. I mean, see, fungus isn't a plant because it's in its own kingdom.
Okay.
Which is crazy because it didn't become its own kingdom until like 1969. So everybody thought it was a plant.
Shout out 69.
It's
like Takashi?
I said 69, not 69.
No, the year.
Yeah, 1969.
Sure. Oh, okay. Yeah.
That's when fungus became its own kingdom. And there's mushrooms that taste like chicken, and they call it chicken of the woods. Yeah, it looks crazy.
Chicken of the woods.
Yes, chicken of the woods looks fucking amazing.
I've been getting into my vegan bag lately.
Get into it.
Not me eating it. By no means. Don't make that mistake. I'll try it. I was
waiting for you to say some bullshit. And I'm just like, the shit that you be sending me
at the Chinese, the Thai.
No, 100%. That mango sticky rice. Shout out
mango sticky rice. I had two of those things. I went back. It was amazing.
She ate them bitches back to back.
Yeah, no. Shout out Thai basil and Portsmouth. The mango sticky rice is like that. Go get something for real. But
free promo.
Now I'm not going to say I'm going vegan or anything like that, but vegan dishes have been gaining my interest lately, and I definitely want to try my hand because I'm an avid cook myself. And the dishes don't look bad. They actually look pretty fucking solid. And I'm like, damn, I really want to try these. Most of the freezer shit, that's where I'm really drawing the
No,
line
I
at.
draw the line at that too.
Yeah.
Me and my mom are big on like just solid fruits, vegetables, starch, and the beans. We'll buy some jackfruit, and we tried the pulled pork thing with that. That came out amazing. I
With
had a
jackfruit.
hard time.
No, pulled pork jackfruit, I've had that before.
It's
And
great.
yeah. No.
I don't know. When you say pork and then you say fruit, my brain is just like,
And
shut
it is
down.
jackfruit, but it's amazing. And I had a very hard time not eating the actual jackfruit before my mother cooked it and prepared it. Like, so.
Oh, so if it's not that pulled pork flavoring, you won't eat jackfruit. Is that what you're saying?
Well, I won't eat pork because I don't
Oh.
eat meat.
Oh, okay.
No, did you eat the jackfruit before it was cooked?
Yes.
Okay. So you'll eat it as it like you'll just slice
Yes.
it open and just pull it off and eat it like
Yes,
that.
it's like you're supposed to eat
It's-
like the stuff around the shell. It's interesting. And I took a
Jackfruit, if
seed
you-
from that shit.
It's
too.
not for everybody. I promise you that. Jackfruit is not for everybody.
Force yourself. Fruit is for everybody. If you don't like it, you have to eat it. You guys eat like
There's
fucking
multiple
Pop
fruits.
Tarts and shit.
There's multiple fruits out there.
Y'all
was-
are eating you eating hot pockets. Eat a papaya. Papayas
gonna-
are nasty, but eat it. Force
I
yourself.
love papaya.
But
Some
that's
people don't like papayas.
I don't like papaya, but
really.
I like fruit. But because when she said I don't eat meat, like when did that start, or was that like just a natural thing?
I want to say last year. I want to say I've been a vegetarian for like a year and some change now. And just looking at members of my family and their health problems, and I'm like, nah, I can't do that. Let me just go ahead and cut it all out.
So you wanted to make a change for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Change
so
for myself.
but before you transitioned to the vegetarian route, like, but you were eating like steak and beef and
Oh man, I was eating chitlins, hog maws, pigtails.
oh,
pig
that's
ears.
why
Fuck.
that's
I
why
was
she
on
had
the
to
hog
switch.
hard.
I
I
was
was on it hard. So when I say I was looking at my people, I mean, oh my God. I was telling my cousin the other day, if I go back to eat meat, it's going to be pig ears with a side of potatoes and collard greens.
That's
Damn.
southern.
I'm
That's
going
not
to
even-
take it there.
It sounds like your
I'm
family not
taking-
even allowed to go to damn farms. They be like,
Yeah, nah. we know what you
the,
do.
The pigs be scared as shit. Like,
Just, they since they natural enemy.
hey,
like,
squeak. The
What's wrong,
alarms.
guys? They're okay. They're okay.
Like that's, but so have
Somebody
you?
said papayas taste like feet. Hell yeah, papayas taste like feet, but it's good feet.
I
What?
fuck with papaya.
You gotta force
It tastes.
yourself.
Hold on. What feet are you eating that taste like papaya?
I don't think they taste
Papaya.
like feet. I don't think they taste like feet, but I think papayas are good.
I'm so maybe I gotta taste it again and see if I can taste a big toe or something. But yeah, that's just wild. So, with your transitioning, was that like a major influence for you to jump on the mushroom
God.
wave, or
So
was,
I have a best friend named Katie. She was like a big influence on me. And then because I grow, the mushrooms, it's like I gotta sit here and support and be a part of the community that I'm out here pushing it to. How can I sit here and say, oh, this mushroom tastes like this if I'm really out here eating chicken?
It's like, yeah, this mushroom tastes like fish, and then the whole time you got KFC in the back,
Right.
grease all over your face. I can understand it. You were talking about growing. So what's the process with that? Like, from my understanding, because I've never grown any mushrooms, but I was told it's mainly grown in like cow shit. I was trying to say it properly, but it didn't.
Manure is the word, but
Huh?
manure is the word.
That's the word I was looking for.
So you asked me for spiritual awakening process, but not manure.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
It's always the shit.
And you can grow it out of cow shit, but I'm not bringing that in my house. So
Understandable.
It stinks. And a lot of people use coco coir, and to my knowledge, people use that to grow weed too.
Is that like I don't know. That
It's
sounds like a whipped cream.
It's the husk of cocos.
Oh,
Like coconuts?
It is very nutritious, and you can grow a lot of stuff with that. You can start
Like
plants with
the
that.
outside of it?
Yeah.
The fibrous husk part of it.
Oh
Yeah.
shit! I never thought about that.
I got like pounds of it.
Really? Where do you
Yes.
get? Where do you get?
They got like a grocery store in Aberdeen and Hampton.
Oh, so a grocery store sells this stuff. Oh,
They sell them.
you don't even need to go to Home Depot.
No, and then of course Amazon. Type in Coco Clear in Amazon, you probably get some way cheaper.
Amazon get everything. Well, the name sounds so exotic though.
Coco Clear.
Yeah, it sounds like a French perfume. Or something.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. It sounds like a nice ass perfume.
Yeah,
I was just
bro.
like, damn, she over a bunch of plants just pouring perfume. You're gonna grow. You know what I'm saying? Not, but you saying that because the reason I said it's interesting because I know it's not really off topic, but it's off topic. But I'm growing oranges and plums. Okay.
You said it was just orange.
That's on topic. You're a cultivator.
You didn't say nothing about plums.
No, like the dude, I was delivering one time, and the guy didn't have no money like for tips or whatever like that. But I asked him about because he had this big ass plant, and it was all fenced up and stuff like that. And I was like, "Yo, what's that?" And he was like, "It's a Western cold plum or something like that." And I was like, "So I'm guessing it grows in the cold." He was like, "Yeah, it's one of the fruits that actually thrive in cold, damp weather." And he was like, believe it or not, I grew this in June. And I'm just like, it's huge. It's already about to blossom, bloom,
That's
whatever
cool.
you want to call it. And so I asked him, he was like, man, I got something for you. He gave me a seed. And I'm thinking nothing of it. And he was like, hey, make sure you have the right equipment for it because, it grows pretty fast. And I'm like, whatever. I put it in the dirt, water it, don't think nothing of it, leave it outside. 2 days later, I got a sprout. I'm just like,
Jack and the Beanstalk.
I'm like, hold on, wait a minute. And I'm looking at my, you know what I'm saying? And I'm looking at my orange plant, and I'm just like, ooh, I like all these greens. Like, it's dope seeing it, like, grow.
I feel like that's a clear indicator of people getting older is when you, like, want to take care of plants and trees and just, like, other forms of life. Like, I've been having this burning desire just to buy, like, some acres and just have a farm and just live peacefully in a barn.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Like, oh,
I want to do that, but in Jamaica. I don't want to have no land here in America.
Why is that?
I mean, as a black person, do you want to have land here in America?
It's questionable. If I had the knowledge and the techniques to thrive without screwing people over, yes, I would stay in America. But on your concept of leaving with land and stuff like that and being in tune with nature, yeah, I would probably want to leave America. America is like, sorry to say this, slums.
There's a lot of things that are illegal in America, and I'm like, I would rather go to a country where they never even thought about making them legal, illegal, or anything. Because, like, weed has always been legal in freaking Jamaica.
But there's a pro and a con with leaving.
And psychedelics, too. I don't think they never legalized it. Like,
yeah, because, but hold on. There's a state. Oregon. I think there's, like, 2 states.
Oregon
and New Jersey.
Is it New Jersey, too?
I think it is New Jersey, and they have a city.
Yeah, but it takes time, though. You know what I'm saying? We're slow. We're slow to the uptake.
We are.
But it just takes some time to get there, and we're starting to get those old fossils out of the positions of power, and the new generations are starting to come up in there.
But even then, who's to say? Like you just said, we're transitioning to being old people because we like plants. What about if we become the same people we trying to get out and we're on that same type of wave? We're just like, hey, we don't want that.
I mean, history repeats itself if
100%.
we don't learn. If you don't learn from it.
But there you go. We don't learn from it, right? I feel like the main clear difference, because yes, sometimes we get a little sketchy in here with, and our ideals do change, right? But the main key difference from the previous generations and ours is we're starting to have those spiritual awakenings. We're starting to understand that certain things that happened back then just were not right, and that some things are abolished for propaganda reasons. Certain things should be put back into society. Certain things should be taken out of society that's in society right now, that's in place. Our generations and below are starting to understand those things, so I feel like, fingers crossed, that can come to fruition in the future if things do play out properly.
Do you feel like if good drugs were legal, would it make society better?
Yes. And I honestly feel like it would be less stigma on certain groups of people and less people in prison. Less people in prison if good drugs were legal. Like, okay, so then, like, what are bad drugs then?
I would say bad drugs: fentanyl, meth, heroin, bath salts.
Yeah.
Like more chemical based. Like I always wondered, like, if I could set the laws that I wanted, and I was like, look, you could do either good drugs or you could do bad drugs. What would society choose? Would they naturally choose meth and heroin, or would they go to mushrooms and weed? Like, which one would you think that people would choose? And
Hopefully they would have an outlet to do other things than drugs. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully there's more things to do out here. Maybe they'll get up, go, run, read a book. Maybe then do a bump.
A bump.
You didn't read today. Or what? I don't know. I feel like it's all about like what do you do and how you prioritize your time versus how you use the things that is in your environment. You know? Because there's a lot of functioning addicts with any drug.
yeah,
There's people who can't handle their coke, and probably there's people at Santerra right now doing lines.
I'm a functioning Four Loko drinker. It's a drug. It makes me feel good.
I was watching some podcast the other day, and I'm from Ohio. If nobody knew.
Shout out to that.
Yeah.
My mom's from Cincinnati, Ohio.
Word. Okay. Shout out to the O for sure. But it was Danny Brown. Now I'm thinking about it. He said Ohio is the first place that he found functioning crackheads. Right. So he said it.
What?
Functioning crackheads.
He was not looking hard enough, and he must not have been asking people were they on crack or not.
But I understood what he was saying though, because
Maybe because we're from the South.
I have
These
so many
people-
questions because I'm just like, what is a functional crackhead?
you go to work Monday through Friday 9 to 5. On weekend you just do some crack, and then on Monday you right back at work like a normal person.
First off, I want to say switch your job, because for me to do crack after Friday and be like, yeah, fuck it, and then wait until Monday, because I mean, if you doing crack, bro,
Saturday,
and
Sunday,
then
you clean Monday through Friday is crazy to me. But when he said it, if you you understand what he's talking about, and it was super fucking funny. But no, I get it. It do be it's just weird. Crack, hard drugs are a no go.
Hard drugs are definitely a no-go.
Okay, so
I feel like coffee is a hard drug.
coffee.
That's my opinion.
Coffee's addicting.
I used to be on coffee hard. Tea on coffee is not a good person.
I mean, because your body's it naturally seeks out caffeine or what's the dopamines or stuff like that, like shit to make you happy.
It was my emotions was like I was on this crazy emotional roller coaster when I was on caffeine, and I'm saying it like that, when I was on caffeine.
Because I feel like some people they need certain things to survive, or not necessarily survive, but to wake up, like
to live and to enjoy life. Yeah, they feel like they need it, and you don't. There's a lot of things that you can, like Southern Belle mushrooms, lion's mane supplements. You can use those. Take 2 of those, and you'll be good. You don't need coffee. Once again, you're just talking to a person who don't like coffee in the first place, so maybe I'm biased, but I definitely think people should put it down. I would rather for people do Coke. I have said that to my family before.
Then coffee?
Yes.
I mean, Coke and coffee, they come from the same plant.
See, look at what?
Necessarily, they do. Cocoa, like, they come from the same plant, I guess. But when you said, like, the product that you have, like the Coke,
she did not say she had
lion's mane.
Lion's mane. The lion's mane. The lion's mane.
Get you said up.
Jesus, like, no, because I don't know why, but I had it on my brain. But
Okay.
yeah, the product that you got, like, what is the properties, or what are the qualities that it offers? Because you said to tell a person that drinks coffee, yo, you ain't got to drink coffee. Take 2 of these in the morning, and you're good. It
increases your focus. It helps out with your memory. It gives you some energy. It helps with your anxiety and depression. And your gut. It helps with the alignment of your gut. And it helps with, like, the neurotransmitters in your brain to gut health type. Because everything is connected.
Yeah, but crazy thing. Because me and my daughter, we've been on this plant wave. So we watch Animal Planet, Plant Life, and everything. So I always, and then Facebook obviously listens to everything we do.
Course,
so
always
I'm on my phone scrolling, and they're just saying, yo, look, a leaf has the same type of vein system that a human has, in a sense, or people, or, I mean, not humans, animals, plants have the same vein system. You know, the strongest animal in the world was just like a silverback gorilla. eats nothing but plants. The longest living animal, which is a turtle, eats nothing but plants. Then
gorilla's big as shit.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't know when it became addicting, because I don't remember as a kid. I'm just like meat, like I need steak, but it's just like
I honestly think they started putting something in the food.
Additives and preservatives.
Yeah, most definitely. They started putting more additives, more preservatives in the food, and people are starting getting big as shit now.
Yeah.
Shout out to them. I've been the same size since fucking middle school.
So when I was gone, I went up to Rhode Island to go to work, and I've been saying it for a couple shows. But yeah, I went up there for work, and I gave myself a cleanse. Like I did a parasite cleanse, I did a whole water cleanse, fruit cleanse, and just all my veggies and stuff like that. And I lost like immediately, like within 2 weeks, I lost like 15, 18 pounds, which was crazy to me, because I'm looking in the mirror, I'm just like, damn, I got cheekbones. Like, oh damn, okay, I got this. Not saying that I've been big like this. Like when kids come and jobs come, you necessarily don't have the time to eat properly. But yeah, I isolated myself, focused, and didn't worry about rushing eating, and started eating a healthy option, and you see like the benefits, like you were saying. But when I got back, I tried to stay strong. Like I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna drink, I'm not gonna smoke. Well, I was smoking up there anyway, but I'm not gonna do the same shit I was doing that I was. But like I went to my second job, man, and I had a slice of pizza, and you talking about ecstasy in the mouth, and Marco's ain't even that good. But I had a bite of but just a bite.
Is good.
And I'm just like, oh my gosh, where you been at? Next thing you know, I'm looking at the box. I done had 6 slices. There's only 8 slices to a pizza. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so I'm
He
like,
was in the box like, where do the other 4 slices go?
yeah, I felt like Patrick. You remember the episode of SpongeBob when he was like,
Who
you
ate my pizza?
you know what I'm saying? When you ate my chocolate. SpongeBob, you ate my chocolate.
That's real life. That's
like,
real life.
So it kind of makes me question. It even makes me question, like you said earlier, like frozen vegetables and stuff like that. Like, if I eat veggies, but they're frozen and they come in a bag, is it still...
It has additives and preservatives. I feel like we live in a time now where just be okay with everything that you have as being poisoned, or just get the fuck out. And so here comes Tia just needs to go to Jamaica and just have her little farm and grow her things, teach the people there about mushrooms, do the same thing I'm doing here, just in Jamaica with a farm. I don't have to worry about the white man getting me. I don't know.
White man everywhere.
I know. I'm quite sure the white man's in Jamaica.
But and speaking of Jamaica, Lenny Kravitz, I watched one of his not documentaries, but he had like one of his daily lives videos, and he lives out in Jamaica, and he grows like kale and squash and limes, and he was showing everything, and I'm looking at him, and I swear I know I'm gonna clip this, and it's gonna go left, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Lenny he looked good for his age, you know what I'm saying? I'm looking at me in the mirror, and I'm looking at him. I'm just like, all this motherfucker do is eat fruits and vegetables, and he looked like he in his 20s, and I'm just like, that shit's crazy.
It's something. I have a theory. Him and Lisa are like genetically modified humans, because they look the same for the most part the last 30, 40 years.
Not genetically modified humans. There's GMO people walking around.
You disrespecting...
No, that's my
Lisa
first
Bonet?
love. That's my first love, bro.
No, she's my first love.
That's my first love.
You get sloppy
Not
seconds.
Lisa.
Anyway.
Like Jason Momoa.
She would never go for a guy like that.
Shit.
Stop it.
Shit.
Stop it.
I'll be like, take me over Bill's house.
Stop.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
You okay getting duped?
No.
You okay getting duped?
I ain't seen nobody get Bill. I mean, no dude got by Bill.
Because they too scared to come forward.
Boy, could you imagine this man on his deathbed and be like, Bill Cosby touched me on set, and it's like Lil Theo or some shit. Like, fuck.
Oh, not
crazy.
Jamal.
It'd be crazy. Yeah, that's the name. Like,
Not
yeah.
Jamal.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, that would be a crazy experience. But yeah, man, the process of growing vegetables and fruits is a long time, but I feel like it'd be worthwhile. And if I had the resources to do it, I'll cut out meat. I would still have like chickens and cows and shit to take care of, just to take care of them. No, not to eat them.
Oh, to take care of them.
Yeah,
so
like
you would milk them.
So you can have, if you got chickens,
almonds.
you got eggs.
Yeah.
You know, I like eggs. I'm not that vegetarian. I even forgot the name of it. The kind that eat eggs. I still enjoy a milkshake here and there, even though I shouldn't because I'm lactose.
No, no. I had a guy in the Navy, bro, and he was like full vegetarian, bro, like full vegetarian.
Okay.
But I'd be like, yo, bro, you still eating meat? And he was like, he'd get pissed off. He a little short motherfucker, so he got to, you know.
Eli?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That buff steroid taking up.
Yeah, him. And he was just like, yeah, eggs aren't meat. And I was just like,
eggs is pretty much the menstrual cycle of a chicken that has not gotten fertilized. So do with that information as you may. There's people that doesn't classify fish as flesh beings. Like they don't have flesh.
Yeah. So that's why I would tell him. I was like, so you're a pescatarian? He was like, no, I don't eat no red meat, no chicken, no nothing, no pork. I was like, okay, cool. But I was like, what's on your plate? I was like, you eat fish. He was like, fish is not a meat. I was like, hey look.
Fish is meat.
But I would fuck with him, though.
That's a hard topic, though, because some people don't classify fish as meat.
I know people who are chefs that will sit here and tell me that that's not meat. But I'm like, if you cut anything and it bleeds, that's meat. That's flesh.
Okay, so it's flesh. So it's the flesh terminology that makes it meat, not.
It's to me, and T is mine. In other people's mind,
I mean, right now I'm believing it.
Fish is some type of alien-like thing that's in the sea that has no flesh, but yet if you cut it, it bleeds. I don't know. People have their own little theories and escapades about what comes from the sea.
I mean, they said the
they
same.
Got a heart and a brain.
Yeah, because I mean, they say the same thing about shrimp.
And I'm definitely have to remember that. Yeah,
like shrimp is like the sea cockroach.
Shrimps is definitely bugs.
Shrimp
crabs, is a bug. Crabs is a bug. Lobster's a bug. That's a water bug. Lobster, yeah.
Yeah, I would hate to be an alien, come down and be like, yo, we gave you all this vegetation. and you just...
Y'all some weirdos.
Haram.
This is why we don't come back here. This is why we don't come back.
Like, I wouldn't want
a delicacy.
Yeah, like, I wouldn't want an alien child to come by and be like, ew, mom, look, they're homeless. We're eating, like, escargot or some shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like...
Oh, my God. Yeah, definitely escargot. Show him that.
Yeah, like, okay, well, speaking of, because you're the enthusiast, so, how am I supposed to put this? I don't know how to put this. I'm having a hard time working on my delivery, ladies and gentlemen.
I said it last time. I'm not going to say it again because you got offended.
What?
Would it be weird if I actually hit your bait?
No, go for it. What'd you say?
What is this?
You didn't pass 9th grade.
Wow, you really just outed him on not passing?
No. Okay, so...
Did you go to school around here in Portsmouth?
No. I went to school in this state, but different city. But between North Carolina and Virginia, let's put it like that. But
not real Virginia, Roanoke.
Wow, not calling Roanoke. Roanoke is real Virginia. Shout out to my people from Roanoke. I know some people from Roanoke.
That's crazy, bro. 'Cause, like, again, like...
Don't bring it up. I thought you don't.
Yeah, because I'm just like, I'm about, like, I'm...
And I wish you were from there.
But again...
Shout out to my homie Hassan. Who else is in here?
Deon...
Hicks? Somebody Hicks? Danita Hicks? How you pronounce that?
I can't even see that.
It says Hicks.
See, that's how you know I need them glasses.
Deunta Hicks. Shout out Tia, she said. Or he said. I can't even tell.
Pronounce. That's what I meant. Aliens and drugs. There you go. Good drugs. But when you go on these trips, and you feeling it, do you feel more connected to
spiritual or
okay, so when am I gonna take it there? Yeah, I'm gonna take it there. So you're talking to somebody. I don't want to sit here because I'll puff on that. I definitely believe in aliens. I really didn't start questioning where are they, how far are they from us until I started meditating deeply. But every time I do psychedelics and shrooms, I'm more on some like Mother Earth type.
You feel the heartbeat.
I feel it. Yeah, the tree starts breathing, the grass starts waving and breathing with me. Next thing I know, it's like everything starts being synchronized with me in life. I'll be walking down the street and I have a question in my mind, and then a random song lyric will have the answer type. And it's just like, yeah, you know.
Yeah. No, I definitely experienced that. probably like my third or fourth time. I got tired of microdosing, so
Oh
I
yeah,
was
we
just,
don't microdose over here. I
You
mean,
build up a
we're
tolerance.
advocates for it.
Yeah, but I mean, it's building blocks.
because the thing is with microdosing, like with bud, it don't matter. My tolerance is so low with bud now, where it could be trash ass bud. I tap it once or twice, and I'm already zooted.
I told my cousin I was microdosing weed, and he like laughed at me.
It's a thing. It's people. I'm one of those people, but with mushrooms, like eventually I got to the point where I was like, I'm tired of eating fucking caps. I'm tired of eating stems. I'm tired of brewing it. I'm tired of doing all these magical trips to make it hit. I was like, fuck it. So I down like an eighth.
And see, and that's when you need friends like me, because I would have told you, bro, you should have been meditating.
Yeah, I was meditating. I was definitely meditating after that shit hit my ass, because we were right on Kickintan, and it was raining hard, and I got a sunroof. So
Okay, so you're from Mount Hampton.
I live out here.
Okay.
So I had the sunroof open. It was raining hard, and the shit hit, and it was Kendrick Lamar swimming pool was playing, and I could literally see.
Man.
He thought he was drowning.
Bro.
Get the heck out of here,
Bro.
That's divine timing.
And like legit, I watched the raindrops like splash hit the car, and like, and I was like, "There's more than life than what we're doing right now."
Oh, of course.
And
I feel like that's the message with psychedelics. Is there? It's like, I feel like if anything's foreign, it's the things that are here. Like I feel like we're the aliens. The shit in the sea definitely might be the original fucking aliens. We might have derived from that.
And we just
possibly,
coexist.
And we just coexist with them.
Do we coexist
Like if you look
or
at
we-
bees, and even one bee, they hum at a certain frequency that is crazy. And beekeepers live for like ever. And they have
Beekeepers?
and they have a
Good.
high immune system just because they around bees and their vibration and their frequency.
One guy, it's crazy that you said that, because one guy, he was a beekeeper, had cancer, he had colon cancer, became a beekeeper for like therapeutic reasons,
Really?
and he lived 30 years
It's that
plus.
It's that humming, man.
So they say
That
nature. If you're really in tune and you just listen and just wait for an answer, because the universe always provides.
it's always.
The universe will always provide for you, and you just have to listen and really hear it. That's just it. And people just won't submit. That's the main problem. People have to have too much control now.
Yeah.
And
Definite.
and until you surrender, it won't take you, and then you'll get all your blessings and everything that you're supposed to be getting. What bullshit you got to say now?
No, I haven't heard you use the universe term in a while, so I'm glad you're back.
I'm glad you're back. Oh,
You
he's
know,
not going to mothership.
Because he was gone, and I was just like,
I'm not gonna lie.
like Iron Giant, is he gonna come back?
No, for a while. It's like it's like my man Drake said. Career going great, but the rest of me fading slowly. So now we stepped away from.
As a Joe Budden, nobody want to hear that cussing, that shit you got going on. I'm sorry, I just had to say that. Every time you say that man's name, it's like saying Voldemort. It just bothers me.
That's how
One of the greatest wizards ever.
Wow.
One of the
And then hold on.
Almost made
and
the
for
world
all
submit.
The
No,
Harry
he-
Potter fans that are watching.
But he's a villain.
He made the world submit. It was Hogwarts. Hogwarts was the only thing left.
He was
standing.
like the Hitler in that story.
There you go.
And what were we talking about on Monday? What were we talking about
And that's probably
on
why you
Monday?
like him, because he has the similar qualities.
Bro.
Drake, Hitler, same thing.
No, we cannot go
Drake,
to Drake
Hitler,
Hitler.
same
We
thing.
cannot.
Oh damn, that's
It's
fucked up, because
crazy.
ain't he Jewish?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm like.
Yikes!
Yes. That's why we cannot
I'm like, that's
compare.
Hey,
crazy.
now I'm on Ye's team. Fucking, we're gonna make some U's.
Oh my
You know he
God.
got that shit trademarked.
It didn't go through.
Yes, he did. He got 20. He got 20 versions. 20 versions.
It
Fucking.
said 26 versions were submitted. It didn't say
Hey,
they went
yo,
through.
no, he got 20
Ye
versions.
is a very smart man.
Oh,
Bro,
100%.
genius.
I'm
He's a
a
very smart man.
I love Ye. I definitely love Ye. Am I a Drake fan? For 100%. But I'm also a Ye fan. I'm not in that beef. That is what it is. That's between two grown ass men.
What beef?
Whatever they got going on. Like I said,
Ye don't beef. Beef comes to Ye.
let me say now.
God
that shit
damn,
going
hold on,
crazy.
where
What
the
hell? What the hell just happened? I don't know. You saw that too though?
It like jump.
We in the Matrix. They took us out because we was talking about Hitler. Oh shit!
Hey, that would not. That would
They
be.
took us out the Matrix because we was talking about Hitler.
Chill the fuck out.
That's fucking
Motherfucker, wake
crazy.
up out the jelly.
Not wake up out
you,
the jelly.
Hey.
so you were talking about me. Oh shit!
Do you know who you are?
And where did you get that information from?
Oh shit!
Okay, this is a great question. Red pill. You live on Earth. You get free will. Now I know we already have free will, but
We don't
you
have
get,
free will.
No. I'm talking about like free will. Like do what you want, say what you want, no humiliation, whatever like that. Or blue pill. You go in a mysterious atmosphere. You don't know the rules, the regulations, or whatever like that, but you got a chance to go. Which one you picking? Staying or leaving?
I'm staying.
You gonna stay?
I'm staying.
I don't think it's that bad here if you had free will.
What is free will to you guys?
So
We gotta define free will first.
free will. Now, as long as you're not imposing your will onto others and harming others with your will, anything in that spectrum, like within that bubble, is fair game.
But see, I feel like people who practice free will also imposes their free will. I try to practice free will. Like, I tell people all the time, I don't believe in time. And that's hard for people to understand, control, digest, fathom.
Are you a Cancer?
I'm a Pisces. Close. My dad's a Cancer. It was an influence.
It makes sense because I was waiting for him to say something about time, but I'm gonna say it to myself. I'm the worst procrastinator, and because I don't believe in time, I feel like time is on somebody else's schedule that they put.
No.
I just don't believe in time.
Let's get specific, please. You don't believe in the importance of anybody else's time, but when you're on a schedule,
No.
oh,
Hold on. I've never got upset with anybody about time. Never. Anybody.
But no, when you have a plan of action, and if you have a schedule, that's still a schedule. If you want to see, all right, so let's take the podcast for example, right? We want to have it in a certain place in a short period of time, right? That's a schedule. If that's not on schedule,
it's a schedule, but it wouldn't be a problem because I know I'm doing something. I'm doing something that first off I like to do, I want to do, and whether or not I became famous or not me personally, but the show became famous. I would love the show to make lots of money so we can broadcast to different areas of the world and share our views and things like that. But bro, I like doing this just because I like doing it. You know what I'm saying? So time to me is like, bro, I could do this for 6 hours, 8 hours straight. It wouldn't bother me. The only thing that bothers me is, okay, cool, I'm going to be tired for tomorrow. Well, 8 hours from now, I'm going to have to go to work. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's the only thing that bothers me. Me being restricted towards time. Like, I don't like planning my day. Like, okay, at 8 o'clock I got to do this, 9 o'clock I got to do this, 10 I got to do this. Because I don't have a free reign or I feel like I'm rushing that time. Like, say, for instance, this show. I looked at her and I was like, look, you got an hour on the dot, whether or not we got everything fixed and ready to go. After that, I'm gone. Half these shows will be bogus. Nobody would come to these motherfuckers. Like, they wouldn't be what they are right now. We build relationships because we don't set a time.
But do you know why ours take longer than most of these other shows and things?
Because we actually care.
That and it, like you said, it's real. We're not doing pre-questions. We're not doing.
Oh no.
You know what I'm saying? We're catching a vibe for sure. We're just talking, vibing out and just doing our thing. But we're not saying, okay, we're gonna talk about this person and do that person and then But we're gonna steer away from here and then we're gonna go that. No, we're not doing all that.
Yeah.
A lot of these other shows do that. So sometimes it does take a little bit longer of a build up, but. That's where that genuine audience comes in.
Yeah.
Because you're going to find out your proportions and everything. And then, nowadays, people's attention spans is not that long anyway for an hour and a half in the first place. So we're gonna have to get them with a clip. We have some crazy clips in here. We're talking about Hitler.
We clip it.
Shit.
You clip it to bring them in because like I don't care, bro. Like if you on a road trip or you going through a trip, like say you going on a mushroom trip and you just need motherfuckers talking to make you feel safe and because we not yelling or talking about some raw shit.
Sitters.
You know what I'm saying? Huh?
You never heard of that?
Is that an app?
Hold on. Whoa, wait, what?
Oh my goodness.
What's it called again?
They have chaperones for when you're tripping?
What? Oh my goodness.
Trip sitters.
Yes, so it's all about the setting, and if you want to do shrooms or any psychedelic, it's best to have a trip sitter if you're not doing this. If you're new to this, definitely have somebody.
So this is
with
an occupation.
You. Yes, somebody that's not doing it. somebody that's probably just regular high off weed.
So he couldn't be my trip sitter because he's not official like trip sitter person, or is this like a friend?
It doesn't have to be a trip sitter. Like my best friend Jelena's never done psychedelics before, and she
Okay.
has trip sitted me countless times.
Okay. And
Countless
these are people
times.
who get paid to do this?
No, I mean if you asking me to do it, you paying me.
Okay,
but,
okay. So this is a friend for friends
A
thing.
friend,
Okay.
you know, a friend,
Got
somebody you
you.
can trust, somebody that's
I'm
not
thinking-
gonna push you out. That's somebody that's gonna not lead you into a stray of cars, or not sit here and go boo and scare the shit out you, or somebody that's not gonna mislead
Yeah, because there's
you.
so many questions.
Assholes.
It's so many questions to that, because like, if you're in my face and you high as fuck and you talking about some wild shit, then I'm gonna talk
Yeah.
about some wild shit too. Now I can't tell you that this wild shit ain't
No.
gonna take you on a run.
No, we can talk about wild shit. Now the trip sitter can be ready to be going down that rabbit hole with that person on the trip, but don't entice a negative rabbit hole.
Damn. If
Yeah.
I knew the occupation was here, because we can watch a whole season of like Yu Yu Hakusho or whole series of Inuyasha, and we
And
can
that
just
sounds fun.
trip out. And
Bro.
when you come down, I'll see you next week. We'll finish where we left off.
That's,
Like,
that's what you do with the homies. You gotta have some homies that.
I can't do it, bro.
You gotta trust them.
I can't do it. Oh,
Make sure they're not gonna like clown you, or especially if it's your first time.
I ain't gonna lie to you. So, never with a man have I done. Let me go to my camera. Never with a man have I done this. But when I take shrooms and I'm with my partner or anything like that, right? I'll get emotional as fuck, and we'll have a good cry.
It's okay.
Afterwards, I feel amazing. It's okay to it's 100% okay to cry. It's okay to be attached to your emotions. That's I believe in that. I'm a very emotionally intelligent individual.
Especially on shrooms. It's okay to cry on shrooms.
You know, and it feels amazing.
I cry all the time.
Those tears are so heavy, but so like freeing at the same time.
They're light filled.
Oh God.
Very light filled.
Like I need another shroom cry, honestly. Life been life,
a
but
shroom cry.
I've
is
never
funny.
heard anybody say a shroom cry.
Yeah,
Shroom
a
cry.
Like, I don't know if
Yeah.
I've ever been in a situation where I've been on shrooms and I've just been like, it's time. It's time for me
but
to
because
like,
you Stonewall Jackson, you built up a wall.
it's not
Stonewall
It's not
Jackson.
Stonewall Jackson. I just never been like,
Chill out.
if I'm smoking weed or I'm on shrooms or whatever like that, even acid, I'm thinking to elevate all my fun, elevate all my excitement, all my laughs. I'm just not in that.
So
I'm more likely to cry off of this than anything else.
So for me, it's a spiritual journey. So that's I'm not doing it for necessarily excitement. There is excitement from it, and I'm not saying I'm crying the whole trip, you know. But a portion of it, I definitely was, you know. But then we move past that, and then we can get to the fun. We can get to those things. It just depends on what's going on at that moment in time, you know. But trips for me are more spiritual journeys. For me, getting back to something or connecting to something. The universe talk that that you said I was always on, right?
You were.
Sometimes I just need to get back to. Sometimes I lose myself, and everybody does. We're all human. It happens. It's okay. Sometimes we get imbalanced. We just need to restructure ourselves and bring that balance back. So I do consistent meditation. Not on. I've never done meditation on shrooms. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Meditating on shrooms is an interesting thing. Meditation in general is very interesting.
Well, maybe I do, because when I get on shrooms, especially when I'm by myself and I do some shrooms, I will love to just listen to some music with some mood lighting. So I mean, and just close my eyes. So maybe that is a form of meditation.
it is. That's definitely a form of meditation.
Okay, so yeah,
That's a form of it.
Yeah.
And I want to touch on meditation because, like, a lot of people have their fixation of what meditation is or what meditation is supposed to be. But like you said, turn on some good music and just laying there and listen to the lyrics. That's a
People
form.
clean.
Yeah.
Some people, I think it's when you can achieve that deep flow state, then you achieve meditation. And then there's like the classic sense of meditation, which
Cleaning-
I cold hardly believe is like just sitting down in a quiet space and just focus on you absorbing and listening to your surroundings and just taking things in and listening to what is and listening to what not.
That's probably one of my biggest problems. I usually don't talk about problems on the show, but besides procrastination, but meditating and silence, or like you said, like I can meditate in different ways, like I'm listening to music and playing a game. It's my form of meditation. But to do what you just said, like I'm a talkative person. I like interaction. Like, yeah, I can go without people, but then I can't go without people. Like my people, I can't go it out. Once I consider you as one of my people, like one of my inner circles type shit, I'm like, yo, what they got going on? What they doing? Hey, bro, let's do this. Hey, shawty, let's do this. But society itself, I can care less about what's going on in New York. I can care less what's going on in Florida. Like, I just don't care. But you know what I'm saying? Like, meditation for me is hard as fuck. Like, oh,
Because it's about meditation. I feel like it's a lot about being still, and being still is. It sounds simple when you say the word because everybody understands the definition of what being still is. It's standing in one place or just being in one place.
Yeah.
And it sounds simple, but calming your mind, making your mind still when life be lifing is just hard sometimes. So meditation is a skill and it's not a talent. So people think it's a talent, like, oh, well, you just do it. You don't just do it. You practice it. And when you don't practice it, you lose it.
It's like wielding a sword. Like your mind is the best weapon and sometimes the only weapon that you have. And I consider like meditation, like deep meditation is like sharpening the sword. So when you leave the house or when you have problems that aspire at home, your sword is always sharp and you always know how to wield it properly. You know, and then there's different forms of meditation. I think I take meditation too seriously. Like, what time is it? It's way past my bedtime. Yeah, it's 9:00. I usually go to bed like around now or 8:00 at night.
If you could see his eyes right now, he's like, huh?
Yeah, I usually go to bed like around 8. And then I wake up like around 1:30, between 1:30 and 2:00 in the morning. And then I'll stretch, I'll go downstairs, and I'll sit outside on my deck, and I'll meditate. And this is before the sun's definitely not even up, because the sun doesn't come up to like, what, 5 something?
Well, 6, 7.
6, 7.
Trust me, I'm in that bitch every morning. I know when that motherfucker come up, I'll be like, there you go.
Yeah.
I see you.
So, and you know, I'm outside and I'm meditating, and they say that those are spiritual hours. So I try to catch it, and it's crazy because I can achieve deeper meditation faster when I'm in those hours at 2:00, 3:00, 4:00, 5:00, 6:00 in the morning.
Because I was going to ask you, because you going to sleep. I go to sleep. If I ever went to sleep.
Go back down. I start my day.
Yeah, if I ever went to sleep at 8, by 1:00, you going to function crackhead. That's exactly what I'm going to be like.
Dude.
And it's interesting because, yes, those are like crackhead hours.
Yeah, I can't. No.
Spiritual hours, crackhead hours, they mush.
But sometimes people rise with the moon, though. Like, some people really just truly do rise around that time. And that's when they feel a lot of abundance of energy. Some people feel more connected to the moon than they do with the sun. So some people are more active during the night. That's just
during the night. I'm like Batman. I'm watching over Gotham. I'll beat you litter. But during the day, I can see motherfucker throw a whole trash can over. I'm like, it is what it is. But this is it. Is. I work better in the night than I do, like right now. We could run a 6-8 hour podcast and I would be fine. But when the sun comes up, like we had Zion up here, and I was giving this man every excuse in the book, like, hey, yo, look, this, that, and the third. Hey, look, that. Then he was just like, bro, just come. Because when the sun hits my skin, I'm like, I'm like a vampire or some shit.
He was on some bullshit. He was like, yeah, I just got off. I don't know if I'll make it. You'll make it. You'll make it.
But
like, are they gonna wait? Yeah, come on. I didn't ask him. I said, hey guys, we're just gonna have to wait like 45 more minutes. Okay.
Yeah, bro. And that's one of procrastination and working in the daylight. I can't do it.
This is a job. We do love this. We do have a passion for this, right? But at the end of the day, it's still a commitment. It's still a job, right?
Yeah.
We punch in, we punch out. So if we gonna commit and we got somebody coming in, we gonna come in, we gonna show up, we gonna give our best and put our best foot forward, and we don't take no excuses. And even I get like that. Like today, I promise you, I was in my bed. Even when I was texting you, I was in my bed like, God damn, you feel me? I was like, I do not feel like making this job a portion today. I just didn't. But I understand what we're trying to do, and that future vision is more important to me than the right now.
See? That's
the main thing that people don't understand. Yes, they always like, oh, right now I'm tired, so I'll just take a break for right now.
Because that's one thing about us. We are working on it with consistency wise, but when me or D-Lo got some shit going on, it might be a whole month, 2 months.
So we make shit shake.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we don't think we're not moving, like we're not working, but at the same time, like, setting up cameras, being in front of cameras, and doing all that, like you be like, oh fuck, like
Yeah, I'm not a socialite. I'm not an influencer. I'm just D-Lo.
shit, I am, but still, my battery gets jammed.
You
Like,
feel
like,
me?
like
See, I like being in the social line and all the other stuff, but it gets draining.
I mean,
It does.
I don't like doing music anymore.
we were outside. Like, put it like this: we were outside after a show. Me and him just talking. I'm watching somebody like, fuck, they doing da 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 da. Hey yo, because he looked like he did music, and we got his information, gained like 3 more followers, and got tapped in for a potential another show. The guys that were here during one show that just came to be with their homie, they were talking to us. Hey bro, yeah, I want to get on the show.
Two
Da
more
da da.
people.
Yeah,
And
so
got like 20 followers off of that shit. Like it was a lot. It's a snowball effect, but
Consistent.
it's just like, especially when you don't have a team and it's first starting off and you're doing it on your own. You know, it's just a lot to keep up with all the DMs and the connections and who's gonna be here and what's happening here and who don't like. It's just a lot.
Listen,
so
that's why I
sometimes
can't
it's
do
just
things like how y'all
you know,
do. I
and
can't do
that's why
that.
I'm happy I have Eric and because we both swap out roles because we can tell when each other's getting tired and we'll see when somebody's slacking off and we'll say either pick it up or we'll pick up the slack, you know. But you just gotta. People don't have a team. That's the main thing. People are always out here either doing it themselves or they don't feel like they can trust anybody. Which,
Oh yeah, I'm doing it myself, and I feel like I can't trust anybody. Like I know who I can trust, and yeah,
you know, and that's a good thing to know who you can and cannot trust. But but you're seeing that it makes it a lot harder to grow and do certain things that you're trying to do. So it's just easier when you do have a team. But sometimes it's hard to find those people that you trust. You know.
definite.
where do you see yourself? I was like, I don't know why everybody used 5 years, but I'm gonna use 5 years. I
See, I
guess.
don't believe in time.
Okay.
So, like I had my 10-year reunion. I want to say Saturday, and I was telling my homegirl, I was like, I really don't know the difference between 10 minutes ago and 10 years ago. Honestly, it really doesn't matter anymore.
Damn, she gonna be 60 and be like, yeah, I just did that podcast the other day.
Right?
Like,
No, Grandma.
no, you didn't.
That was 25 years ago. What? That mango and that rice was just so.
Yeah,
so
like
amazing.
they gonna be like, oh yeah, grandma crazy as hell, but grandma remember that rice. Like you know what I'm saying?
What? She said them shrooms help that memory. That's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
That's the craziest thing about it because it's just like the things that we do now. I know the afterlife is all based on what you believe in, but what are they gonna have it when we gone? Like, are we gonna be able to have those same types, the things that we use to move forward in the present life? Will we have it in the afterlife? You know, and those are things I question all the time. Like
I don't think they'll be important.
But even then, like are we chasing when people do like drugs and stuff like that? Are they chasing the drugs, or they're chasing the experience, or they chasing the connection?
I feel like this is the heaven and the hell, and depending on like what drug you do, you chasing the heaven, and what drug you do, you chasing the hell.
Mm.
Or even like not even necessarily like the drug, like just the
I think it's the person.
things you do, and yeah, definitely the individual.
Yeah,
Because all 3 of us are sitting right here. We might all smoke. You barely, but.
I'll take that.
No,
you know, at one point in time, I would have took that offensive because I used to be a smoker, but smoking makes me have anxiety.
But so saying that is,
and shout out to you for realizing that.
The shit gives me anxiety. Like I mean, to tell somebody to look on these, I'm sorry, but to have all these cameras on us right now and to say, oh yeah, I don't smoke heavy. I do smoke heavy. It's just I don't like being around people when I do because I get anxiety because my brain, like when I smoke, I have a different experience. Everything is intensified. So my thought process is also intensified. So when I'm around people, I'm just like, okay, they just reached in their pocket. They just turned their neck 3 times. They just did this. Like I'm looking like, oh, some people would call that paranoia. Cause I'm just like, what the fuck?
Paranoia. And there's nothing wrong. There's nothing
I can't
wrong
do
with
it.
that. There's nothing wrong with that. If you're experiencing the natural side effects of marijuana and then you don't like those side effects, then it's okay with not smoking it.
But see, the thing is, I can't be around people, but put me by myself. Like say I go home right now and the house is empty. Oh, I'm in my heaven. I'm in my peace. Bro, what? I'm playing a game. I'm watching fucking anime. I'm fucking eating snacks. Like the other day, man, I mixed fucking not last night, the night before, I fucking mixed Cookie Crisp, but with French toast cinnamon.
Hold on.
Cookie
wait a
crisps are
minute.
disgusting.
Cookie crisp.
Cookie crisp is what?
This
Cookie crisp is not
cookie
disgusting.
crisps are fucking disgusting. Take them out the stores. Get them off the
No.
shelves.
No, like,
No.
but you mix cookie
Just
crisp,
put the original Cookie Crisp monster back on the box. And what else did you mix it with?
cookie crisp, Oreo, the mega stuffed Oreos, and
what the fuck was
French
you
toast
doing?
frosted flakes, and I was in
Wow.
heaven. I
That
love
sounds
sweets.
like
You put
diabetes.
cookies in your cereal?
That sounds like
Yes.
diabetes.
You put cookies in your cereal.
I didn't get big like this overnight.
I did.
Back to my point. Anyway,
Now I know. I need to put cookies. What else? I need to.
Cookie crisp,
French
Text
toast.
French
that
toast,
to me.
frosted flakes, and mega stuffed Oreos. And I guarantee you gonna eat that bowl and you gonna be like, fuck these bills. Fuck these
Because
lights.
you
Fuck
go into a
everything.
sugar
That
attack.
definitely sounds like something you made while you was in your heart.
Bro, I was high as hell, and that was the
Yeah.
best. And then you take it with some vanilla flavored almond milk. Oh my god! Oh, I'm about to have a bowl tonight.
This
Like,
man
God,
ain't even
man.
smoking. You about to have a bowl. of
Yeah, that
God
shit
damn.
sound delicious.
That's crazy.
Oh man.
That's crazy as hell. So what got you started growing, Tia?
Oh man, just the funness, the cultivation of it, just and it ain't. There's really not too many people out here doing it. Everybody's growing weed now. A lot of weed growers. Everybody probably got their 5 plants per household now. So that
5 plants?
is it
per
5
household?
plants per household? Don't
I
ask
thought it
me
was like
no
10.
questions about no laws.
I thought you had
anything.
like 10 plants.
No, it's definitely
plants
not
in
10.
your house.
Is it less than 5 and 10?
I think it's 4.
Motherfuckers coming out their house like Cheech and Chong if it's 10. If it's 10 plants, me and my mom need to definitely have 10 each.
I think it's 4.
That's crazy. 4?
I think it's 4.
The 10 is crazy.
That is wild.
10 is crazy. But I also enjoy like the gourmet and medicinal mushrooms. I think my favorite, even I'll put this up there with the psychedelics. I like lion's mane over the psychedelic mushrooms just because it's gourmet and it helps out with the memory, the focus, the anxiety, the depression.
So this is not a psychedelic. You can eat it and you'll still have benefits.
They cook with
Right.
lion's mane in restaurants.
Huh?
Yes.
They cook with that in restaurants.
Bro, honestly, my perverted mind, I go on IG, on social media, whatever like that. I've seen videos where people fucking play with mushrooms and they naturally create
What the
water or
fuck?
some shit.
Yeah,
And they
I
be like,
know, yeah.
sir,
Yeah.
sir.
Y'all out here making mushroom squirt?
Oh
Bro,
my
but that's-
God,
bro,
they
it's a
are.
thing, bro,
They
that's a
are.
thing.
That
They
is a
are.
thing.
That mushroom wet as fuck, boy.
But and that's the video. Like they have this video with this black
Yeah.
guy. He's sweating with glasses half off his face, and he's playing with the shit. Or he's watching somebody play with it, and it's splashing. And the guy's like, "Sir, sir, what are you doing?" He's like,
Yeah.
"Give me that mushroom
I
right
seen
there." And I'm just like,
I seen that.
"That's crazy," because plants have so many properties that we don't know about, and it wouldn't surprise me if, like y'all said, the additives, the preservatives, the addiction properties. Because I put this on everything I love. When I got back down here, food just tasted different. Like when
Where'd you go?
the bad food taste. I went to Rhode Island, and like when I went on my cleanse, it was just the most fantastic time. Like, yes, the first 2 days was a little bit irritable because I went on to 36, but after that, I was just like, yo, man, like, I don't want steak. I don't want McDonald's. Like, we pulled up to a Wendy's, and my stomach, like, I wanted to
You'll
throw
smell
up.
it and you'll,
Yeah, I wanted to literally throw up, and I'm just like, like, why am I feeling like this? And yeah, it just didn't feel right. So I respect the whole year wave of you doing this vegan route, because I would love to do it. I would love to do it.
It's not easy.
But I just had 2 bacon burgers. You know what I'm saying?
I think being colored
Turkey bacon burgers.
and going this route is the hardest part. Just because it's like my family is always cooking stuff. Like then my mom will sit here. I became a vegetarian. Now she want to have crab legs once a week, 3 times out the week. Don't know why or when in the hell she started that kid.
Because now she can afford them.
Right,
She's like, now I got to buy
right.
for 2 people. So
Just me. I can just go in. It's fucking ridiculous. And so now I've gotten to the point where it's like it's repulsive. It stinks. But I honestly think it's because of the shrooms and the meditation that has gotten me to the point where I want to start naturally doing holistic things with myself and my body. I do. Cause I've read books about it, and they always talk about why when people start doing psychedelics, they start going like the natural route. They start wanting to eat more of the earth and just being more natural and being more homier and more wholesome. And I really do think it's like, I don't know, these little teeny tiny little funguses or whatever, fruit, vegetables, they got their mind of their own. Like they have their own agenda. Like they want us to do good. They want us to be healthy.
Yeah, I like we were talking about this the other day. Like big pharmaceutical companies and stuff like that, they would become obsolete. Hell, my last name is Pfizer, and I know the Pfizer brand. They put out some dumbass shit, and I'm sorry, family, because I know we can't have the same last name and not be family. So I know we're family some down that line.
Did you get the shot for free?
Get your money. Huh? It might be some money.
Bro, I did get the shot for free, and then the crazy thing about it, when I did get the shot, the doctor that gave me the shot, she thought I was bullshitting. Like she thought I was being funny, when she was just like, "Oh, you wrote on the paper Eric Pfizer because you're getting that Pfizer shot," and I was like, "No, ma'am, that's my last name."
Cut my check, bitch. Stop
yeah,
playing.
she was, and she looked at me. She was like, "Are you're really a Pfizer?" And I was just like, "Yeah, I know that the P Pfizer is for pharmaceutical Pfizer, the Pfizer company." Yeah, like she was like, "Have you ever?" Vaccine. Everybody does it. Have you ever tried to look into it? Yes, we're related. You have a descendant right here. I'm not money hungry. I can care less. Y'all are killing people. I
I'm
don't
money hungry. Give me my money because y'all out here killing people. We out here killing people.
She said, "Include me in the fan."
But I mean, ask yourself this. Say you had a last name, and it had that power,
Johnson & Johnson,
and it had that wealth. Like, would you do it? Like,
because they literally are out here killing people with their lotions and stuff that came out, and then they started coming out with vaccines. Why did Johnson & Johnson come out with vaccines?
And that was the worst one out of all three of them.
Exactly. It started killing people first.
And the study shows that
they said if you get that one, get it again just in case, because that one.
They actually had like 3 to 4 boosters with that. But again, like if you had that name, like if you had that last name that had that power and that pool, would you use it to change the world, or would you still be in their circumstance? Because I mean, if you could sell pills that might or might not kill somebody, but you riding in a yacht or you flying in a G6, do you really care anymore?
I'll do it to serve my own agenda, and if my own agenda fits on destroying or serving this world, it'll probably be serving this world to the point where it end up being destroyed.
So let's say this though, right? So same question, but your shot, your cure, whatever it is, right? It saves 100 million. It kills 100,000. Are you still upset? I mean, people are gonna die. There are side effects. People are gonna affect this react to this negatively for sure. But is it your fault that those 100,000 people died? Maybe they just were meant to die.
Yeah,
then that it goes back to like.
So that's why I'm like,
what was in it?
Is the P Pfizer shot out here killing people, or are people having bad reactions to it?
And
like,
I think that's exactly
any
what
medicine.
they were saying.
If you take a fucking Tylenol, it says you could die from a fucking stroke.
But see, that shit like that, things like that, it really made me go to Darwin. Like, only the strong survive. Your genes weren't meant to survive. You were a byproduct of a good gene or a bad gene.
So please, Pfizer, cut him a check.
Yeah, I take it.
The fuck?
I mean, I can't even say I'll promote y'all, because I don't want to be in one of those videos where I'm smiling. Yeah, I'll give you a heart attack and diabetes and you'll shit from your mouth. I don't want to do shit like
30
that.
30 years from now, it's one of those silent commercials.
And it's going to be like, did you see this man's face 30 years ago? You can file a high-class action lawsuit.
He has your money.
I mean, shit. 30 years from now, I'll be, 58? I really wouldn't care at that point. I mean,
That's still young, bro.
It is, but one of my
it all depends on how you live your life at 58. I know some 58 years old, they look good. I know some 60-year-old, they look good.
Like Angela
I
Bassett.
know
Shout out
some
to you,
30
baby.
year olds. They look like 60.
Hold on. Don't scrunch your face up like that.
No, because I think I think she look like my grandma.
Angela Bassett looks like your grandma?
What your grandma
Well,
looks
call
good.
me granddaddy.
Bitch, I'll beat your ass on camera right
Yes, sir.
He
Angela,
said, call me
hey, look.
granddaddy.
Hey, yo.
Right now.
Hey, yo.
If
Angela.
I did that, we got
Angela,
hella views. I should have punched your ass for real.
it would have got views. Angela Bassett is just a dope ass woman. I love her.
Hoe ass nigga.
But nah, like, makes me question everything because like if I have, like, say I won the lottery right now. The lottery's at what, 1.7 billion. Your takeout, if you don't do the 20 something years payoff, you're gonna get back 723 million. So with that being said, yeah, I'm doing stem cells research. I'm doing blood transfers. I'm doing all because I don't want to die.
No,
I want to live forever.
I'm doing just.
Oh, you trying to
Get
be
you a
like
farm.
what's his face? Who was the terrible Marvel movie that flopped with Jared Leto? God damn.
The Joker?
Nah.
I've never seen
Harley
any
Quinn?
That's
Marvel.
DC, fool.
You
That
said
tells
Jared Leto.
that tells you don't know your goddamn.
You said Jared
comic.
Leto.
Yes.
He's
And I said Marvel.
not in a Marvel movie.
Bro,
What Marvel movie is he in?
the vampire shit. What is Morbius? There we go.
Oh, we don't count that.
That's
That
a
was
Marvel movie.
That was
That's
a hold on. That was a. I'm sorry, Marvel, but that's a Sony product. Leave it as Sony.
Wait. What's the movie? What's the movie?
It's on. It should still be on it. It might still be on it.
It's on Netflix.
Is it still up
It's
there?
on Netflix
Okay.
and Disney Plus.
What movie?
Look up
Morbius.
Morbius. It's
What is Morbius?
a great anti-villain in the comics.
I wouldn't say great. Good. Okay.
Okay. Do you think Blade is great?
Huh?
Do you think Blade is great?
You comparing Morbius to Blade?
He was a definite archetype in the Blade series.
What?
Morbius?
Morbius? Okay, compared to Spider-Man trait. Spider-Man characters.
Whoa, that's A-League. Come on now.
no,
Stop.
because he fought Spider-Man.
Okay, but Spider-Man's A-League. Morbius ain't in that ballpark.
But that's one of his villains. He, anyways,
He's not in that ballpark.
9 out of 10, the Morbius movie was not A grade. It was shitty. But long story short, yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, that's all. So
Yeah, no, I could do it. But yeah, man, I want to live forever. Like I want to. If I can't live forever, I've told my BM, I've told my daughter, like, yo, look, when I pass away, make me into a tree.
Smoke me.
Put me
Pass
in a
me
tree
around.
pod.
why don't you just make a legacy? A
I-
legacy will live on forever.
I already did.
Okay.
But I mean, that's besides the point. Like, I just want, if I had the possibility to live forever, I would take it. Like, I just don't want to.
So you don't think you can live forever, like through history? Like if you're in history books, are you not living forever? Is your name Gandhi and all these people who've been long dead not living forever?
They're
I
not. Their
agree.
memory is. Their influence
I agree.
is.
He's right.
But the person itself, like.
Physically, you want to be here
I
physically.
want to be here physically. Like, I would love to be in the history books, whoop de doo. But you know what I'm saying.
Not
But
in the history books, whoop-de doo.
yeah, but I want to live. I want to have the air breathe. Past
So-
my face every day. Like, put it like this, bro. I smoked the L, bro. I smoked a full L, and I've been getting a bunch of weed from different places. And then sometimes I just mix them all in and not think about it. So I'm loading the blunt up, roll that bitch, smoke that shit, and legit, I'm tripping in the living room because I'm just like, do I hear church bells? And literally, bro, one reason why I didn't want to go to work today because I was just like, yo, is something bad supposed to happen? Because I heard church bells. I don't live nowhere near a church, but I'm hearing church bells. I was like, is the angel of death coming for me? Like,
Oh, I'm not
what-
going to hold you. Sometimes when I have a thought of doing shrooms, I feel like it's God telling me I shouldn't go to work. And then I won't go to work and I'll do shrooms. used to
I
go to
did
the
not,
post
bro.
office.
I
Yeah,
did
no
not.
call,
Like,
no show in that hoe.
people will not understand what you go through when you not necessarily use psychedelics and stuff like that. They just don't know what you're going through, period. What
Yeah.
you might need.
It's all a mindset, right? So like she was saying, you need to have somebody there who's like actually knows in your corner, not gonna fuck with you like that. Gonna make sure that you set up right, or somebody who's experienced in shrooms that's doing it with you. That's
Yeah.
just what it is. Other than that, I mean,
I wouldn't do you I
don't-
wouldn't do you wrong. I would fuck with you for about
I
10,
would be the
15 minutes.
experienced.
No,
I'm the
don't.
experienced one.
10 minutes I'll give you because I feel like I owe you some get back, but after that I'm done.
I'm the experienced one, brother. But
With
I
what?
would,
With what?
shrooms. But I wouldn't trip with you anyway.
I would like to test
I
some
wouldn't
theories.
trip with you anyway.
I would want to test some theories because I feel like you might be the weed advocate. Like I don't question you when you be having your shit, but The outdoor shit? That's
No, buddy. No. Shrooms, I don't want to out myself on this thing. So we're just going to stop at shrooms and acid.
He talking about that booger sugar.
No.
He do that
Oh,
Mary
my
Jane.
God.
He do that white girl.
That's not a hallucinogen, bro. We're talking about hallucinogens only.
Huh? I've done DMT.
We're talking about hallucinogens only. We're not talking about fucking soft hard drugs.
DMT was one of the things where I'll never do again. It was like the
Too much.
best. It was like the best thing ever, and I'll never do again. Like I don't need to. I don't need to do it.
I don't need to sit inside my brain. That'd be some scary shit.
I have a video of it. If I can find it, I'll show it to you guys.
That's some scary shit.
It wasn't.
So, what kind of we were talking about meditation, we were talking about music, we were talking about different things like that. What puts you in a good mind state when you're on shrooms or you're tripping?
Oh, fuck, motherfucking funkadelic music. I'm gonna listen
Okay.
to George Clinton in the Parliament every fucking time. Cause I gotta answer my pants. And I need to dance.
Okay.
Period.
So you feeling the vibe on some you dancing in the kitchen like Jeffrey Dahmer on some shrooms.
Yes, yeah. Like I'm in the garage.
Jeffrey's reaching. He
heavy.
wouldn't know no drugs.
That's crazy.
He was on something. He had a chemical imbalance, which was a drug
He was
effect
just
on
high
him.
on life. That
Yeah,
was just him. That's
something.
how he was. Yeah, I'm a big. Like, I have a whole shrooms playlist on Apple Music, and it's nothing but first of all, the first song up there I think is like "Do or Die" Po Pimp. That song is crazy on shrooms. Like if you want to ride in the back seat of the caddy and chop it up with "Do or Die," it hits.
God damn.
It
Do or
hits
Die.
on
She said she had a whole
shrooms.
playlist
Yeah,
I definitely have a playlist.
for shrooms.
Like, yeah,
Oh,
I have a
man.
playlist for everything. Like,
you have to. You
So-
have to.
Please, I would love if somebody just like went through all my like shit and made playlists for me. Because when I tell you I suck at making playlists,
What?
but I can't make a playlist.
my YouTube makes a playlist just off of music that I go to. Like, they know the genres I go to. Like, when I'm
Yes,
drunk,
I'll have automatic ones like that. But sometimes I want something more niche or more specific for what I'm looking for. And sometimes I just know the vibe I'm in. And I
But
want a
guys
certain
that have
one,
20
and I don't.
hours, 20 hours and 53 music. I mean,
Sheesh.
53 minutes, 239 songs.
That's a
up
long
here.
ass trip.
Yeah.
okay, so if somebody was saying, let's say somebody watched this show right now, or they're watching right now, and they don't want to ask necessarily, but they want to know, like, what are the do's and don'ts of taking shrooms?
Don't do them in a place. If you can't smoke weed in there, don't do shrooms in there because clearly they don't want to tolerate people being high. Don't do them in a situation where you cannot have access to a bathroom because shrooms, all mushrooms are made out of like chitin, or some people pronounce it hallucinogen. It's the same things that our crustaceans and crabs and our hair and our nails are made out of, and our bodies can't digest it. So that's why people end up throwing up or like shitting themselves when they're on mushrooms.
I'm trying to think
be-
if I shit myself. I don't.
He said, I don't remember,
Some
but
people,
Like-
some people.
okay.
Like if the shrooms are really fresh, then yeah, some people are crapping themselves or throwing up.
So you need to let them get a little stale first.
Or eat some ginger.
Okay.
Ginger. I'm an advocate for like all natural things, so ginger helps out with anything with your stomach. But it's definitely shroom gut. People call it shroom gut.
Me and my cousin, we got fucked up. It was like one of our first times getting fucked up. And the crazy thing about it, we got fucked up off of Keystones. And if whoever is an alcohol drinker, we know that Keystone is basically water with a little tint
I
to it.
got my vape in my pocket.
But we're drinking Keystones and we're fucked up. We waked up with the worst. I woke up with the worst hangover ever because all the
You're
flu-
drinking Keystone.
yeah, all the fluid was out of my body. But my cousin's dad, he was like, "Here, take a ginger shot," and we like, "What the fuck?" He puts the ginger
juicer?
in a juicer, and he's like, "Boom, 2 shots." And I smell the shit. I'm already like,
Hurt the fuck out your nose.
I'm like, "Oh hell no, I'm not putting
Yeah,
this." He said,
yeah.
"Motherfucker, if you could drink Grey Goose, then you could take this shit loose." And I'm just like,
Yeah,
"Oh,
if
you
my
lying?"
mom's watching this, she's probably shaking her head in agreement. She has a ginger shot every day.
And them bitches is
Really?
potent. They is
Every
toxic.
day.
Boy.
Like, you can smell, like, when it hits your nose, it instantly just like, oh.
Line
God,
your shit up. And
Yeah. You
But
can
what?
smell again. I promise you that.
But whatever you got going on, you gonna be good. You gonna take that shot in about 5 to 15 minutes. You gonna be like, let's do it all over. Like it should be crazy. But yeah.
Every time I have a ginger shot, my ear starts ringing. That's how fucking strong it is. It's so damn spicy.
Yeah.
Like, people will have, like, raw ginger ale, and they'll drink that and be like, oh my god, it's so spicy. No. If you're not out here taking raw ginger shots, you don't know what real ginger or any of that. You don't. It's crazy. It's a whole nother level.
So, what are people who can't just eat raw shrooms like this man here? I don't understand how you can do that. How would you?
Oh, wait. Raw, as in like, oh, I'm out in the woods and I see some shit.
No, not random.
I take them out the baggie and I'm just like, nom.
Okay, yes, you can do that. You can do that.
But so like regular shrooms, that psychedelic shrooms, right? How would you suggest people consume them, if not just?
If you don't like the taste,
yeah.
If you don't like the taste, because I don't like the taste either, it's disgusting. You can grind them up. All right, I suggest you get you like a shroom grinder. You have your weed grinder. Get the same thing, but label it shroom grinder. Don't put nothing else in that hole. Just your fucking shrooms. Grind your shrooms up. You can put them in applesauce. The applesauce can be whatever flavor you want to be, or you can grind your shrooms up, put them in a little shot glass or a cup, and pour lemon juice over it. So let it sit for a little bit. Let it activate. Because the psilocybin is going to turn into psilocin. Because psilocybin doesn't make you trip. When you digest it into your stomach, the acid turns that into psilocin. And then that's when you start tripping. And then the psilocin sits on your serotonin receptors and all that other good stuff. So when you soak it in they call it lemon teching. So when you do the lemon tech method, you soak the shrooms in the lemon juice. It already activates it. In theory, it activates it in the cup, and then when you take it, it shortens the trip because you're already tripping when you're taking it. Type shit. So it's really interesting. That's the method that I've been doing. Oh, and in tea. Mm-hmm. I recommend people. You can, really you don't even have to grind the shrooms up. You can just put them in your cup.
Just let them soak.
Let them soak in the hot water. And drink the tea and eat the shrooms, or you can just drink the tea.
Soak
for like 5 or 15 minutes.
Okay.
However you want how cool you want the water to be.
Okay, so after that it'll be good. You can drink it.
It's almost like
the same potency effect without as eating the shroom, or is it less potent?
Once again, this is my opinion. I think it's because it's already like. The heat activates it, so the trip won't be as long. It'll probably hit you faster.
Okay.
It'll hit you faster. Because it hits you faster, the trip might not last that long.
Okay.
I got your lighter.
Oh, yeah, I appreciate that. I really forgot that.
Most people going to take that as appreciation just for the simple fact that you actually gave the lighter back, because I will not give
a lighter.
It's not mine.
A lighter is one of the most stolen things in the world.
As a bong smoker, I feel like you always need a lighter, so I'm always gonna make sure I'm gonna give somebody back theirs.
I appreciate that. Because good karma's coming back that way. That's what it is.
Ain't nothing worse than having a bong pack and you ain't got no lighter.
Oh my god,
boy, that's like the equivalent of losing your vape.
Or you just roll up.
And you do the classic pat.
Patting down like I know.
The look around.
What
the pat down.
I've been so desperate, bro. That's why I always know, like, if the apocalypse come, oh, it's a wrap. I'm gonna be ready, because like I've been in situations where I'll be like, damn, I don't have a lighter. Damn, I don't have a stove. Damn, I don't have one of those little heating coils in the car. So I've literally at blunt in hand, like blunt in car, drive to like a park or whatever.
They stopped putting those cigarette lighters in cars, and I don't know why.
Because either they burn out or they fucking cause fires.
They don't want people smoking in cars anymore.
They don't want people smoking in their cars, and it's like it's my fucking car.
It would be handy dandy now for some weed for sure. For sure.
I didn't went to parks and found rocks just to.
Oh, not Stonehenge in it.
I wish you had a camera on you, because I feel like that's cap. But
I'm dead, bro. I'm dead ass. So that's one thing that my father gave to me, bro. Outside skills. I know what
you are a crackhead. If you starting a fire with some, it's not. I would rather pay $1.89 at the stores and go do it with some goddamn rocks.
Bro, I done been in situations, and I don't care. Fuck it, I don't care. But I've been in situations where, motherfucker, if I ain't got enough weed And I've wrote it in notebook paper and add leaves to the shit just to make it look fuller, bro. I'm trying to
I
tell
know
you.
You the nigga that Drake be
people
talking about in
who
songs
has
is just saying.
smoked,
It is what it is.
You
paper
wrote-
mate, like the notebook paper.
Yep.
People have smoked paper mate. I've known people who use Bible paper. I've known people who have used what else? Oh, roses.
Yes, I've used roses. In my blunts and everything. I think he just went to the bathroom. He could have said something. Anyway, roses. In my blunts. I put chamomile leaves. I put lavender.
Oh, me and my homegirl smoked a lavender blunt, and
Yeah.
that shit knocked us out. Like we
Yeah.
took a nap on the
It'll
damn
make you
couch.
relax
It was
for sure.
crazy.
It'll make
It
you
was
relax for
crazy.
sure.
It was
It's the
crazy.
creativity. It's the creativity for me.
Oh, thank you, cousin. But yeah.
No, so you said earlier you had a playlist. So you listen to Funkadelics. You listen to who is some of your favorite top 3 funky musicians? Can't choose a Funkadelic because you already said them.
Okay. I'm gonna have to go with Houdini,
Okay.
Grandmaster Flash. Does Bootsy Collins count?
Yeah, Bootsy Collins was that guy. So let's put shout out to Bootsy Collins actually.
Yeah,
That's hard as hell.
Bootsy goes hard.
Nah, yeah.
They'll give him a radio every time on Grand Theft Auto. I don't know
Guaranteed.
if you peep.
No,
I don't know if
guaranteed.
You peep.
That's where a lot of people heard of Bootsy Collins first at because they didn't know
Oh my
what was
God.
happening. But they hear that shit in the background. They're like, oh, okay. I know. Yeah, nah,
Yeah.
Bootsy Collins was like that.
Oh, and Rick James. Rick James have a heavy influence on my life, and I don't know why. I'm always
Okay, from what aspect? I don't.
from the music,
Okay.
how he carries himself. It's the I'm in here, but I still don't give a fuck. Like that's so like Rick James.
He was very
is
free.
Just very
he was
free.
himself. Let's
Very
say that.
free and uncontrolling.
Yeah,
I feel like that when people was making music at that time, that artist was that's who he was. Like
Yeah.
Rick James, all that stuff we heard, all the things that he said he did. Like you know how Future is out here rapping about drugs that he don't do, and then said that he don't do
anymore.
Okay, he doesn't do that no more.
No, he doesn't. No, not rap about it. Well, he tries not to rap about it anymore. It still happens. But
It
he
still
doesn't-
happens.
He doesn't do the drugs anymore.
Oh.
He did the drugs, but he understands that lean and all that other bullshit. It's not really what it's all cracked up to be. It's really people dying out here over that stuff, and young kids like really just dying over that stuff. And he understands that it's not the influence it should be. But I see where you're going with it, and yes, but like he said, it's like Mitch, Money Making Mitch from Paid in Full. You seen Paid in Full, right?
Oh, of course. Paid in Full is one of those.
He said, "Of course I could lead a game, but will they still love me the same?"
Oh my
love this shit, B.
gosh.
I love this shit, B.
God.
You feel me? So I get why Future was like, "Hey, I stopped doing it, but I don't tell my fans I stopped doing it because this is what they know me for. This is what they love me for. This is what they scream my name for."
No, I feel you.
And when you that high up, because Future is a run, this man has a run under his belt. And when you at that high of a peak and you're making all this cash, you gonna be scared to lose it too.
I mean, but look at Rick Ross when everybody found out that he was like a correctional officer.
How many success stories could that come about though, right?
Yeah.
You already gave Rick Ross a pass, Future. You can't get one too now.
But we can give Future a pass. I felt we can give anybody. Doja Cat was letting her and her boyfriend or whatever the case was saying the N word, and we gave Doja
Cause she
another
like
pass.
she like white boys.
Yeah.
Doja Cat.
Yeah.
Now, what context are we talking about?
We were talking about how Future was faking the funk for a little bit about doing drugs and whatnot. But he
we talking about giving passes.
Yeah, giving passes to people in general.
And then I had, who did I say?
Rick Ross.
Rick Ross, because we had mentioned how Rick Ross
was a correctional officer,
and he's not about the things that he talks about. We gave him a pass.
Well, unfortunately, I would say in the black community, we're based off of drama and ignorance when it comes to our standpoints and our social lives. For some reason, the wilder we get, the better of an artist we are. Now, I'm not going to say that for the independent artists because they're coming from a different place, but you see the difference between mainstream and independent. There could be 1,000 independent artists, but one mainstream artist that's willing to go that deeper mile to do those drugs and go on camera.
Oh yeah.
Or get fucked up and get on camera, and society would love and praise them, but the actual ones that are putting in that work, taking their last,
because they're not selling,
taking their last
$2. I think mainstream music is being sponsored by like privately owned prisons, or maybe not even privately owned prisons, maybe like government ran prisons too. But it's they're advertising to go to jail.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't even say
positive vibes.
Who?
You know who speaks positive vibes? It's not about gang violence and
Will Smith.
That's a crazy divert, but no, not Will Smith. He knows.
Who?
Just say it. You know.
He definitely doesn't. He definitely doesn't. He might.
He might about going to jail and killing folks.
Who?
Drake ain't talk about people. Talk
Drake
about himself.
Talks about putting people down.
Yeah, bro.
He talks about putting
Gladys
women
Drive.
down.
Women.
He's talking about putting women down.
He's never had any instance where he just be like, my niggas be sitting at your car and nothing like that.
And
like
he
none of that.
talks about killing somebody.
Yeah.
He definitely talks about putting an op.
An op, nigga, you got enough money, you shouldn't have ops. Like
He still
like
Young Thug talks about his ops.
You know what I'm saying? Like you say Drake, like he's not one of those perfect rappers. Not like Will Smith. Now if Will was coming out here talking about drugs and shit like that, I'd be like, all right, cool. I'm gonna go ahead and commit the what's that little Japanese shit when they just kill themselves?
Seppuku.
I would just go ahead and commit that shit.
Whatever it is.
I'll do that because Will is like that
Will
that
Smith
slap.
come out with his trap tape.
Yeah, that slap took a lot. Like it shocked the world. That's why.
Did you hear about that today though? We're not gonna divert from this Drake talk, but did you hear about that today though?
About how Jada told the fucking world today that him and her have been separated for 6-7 years.
Not that.
That shit's bogus.
They were talking about yes, that right, but Jada also came to say that Chris Rock actually hit on her.
Tried to take her on a date.
Yeah, in the middle of the what they thought was going to be their divorce, and Jada told Chris, "Oh no, we're not getting divorced."
You know how embarrassing that is?
Chris was embarrassed and didn't, whatever. So now if Will finds out, would you not slap a nigga? Nigga, you trying to talk to my fucking wife?
No, it's not even that. It's not even that. I look at it like she brings the worst out of motherfuckers, bro. Like she's one of those, and I'm sorry because we had a good ass talk, but now we on it. She's the type of female that brings the worst out of a dude.
How are we saying that?
You've had a Mr. Rogers of the rap game, of the hip hop game. You had a Mr. Rogers, and you made him what?
The television guy, Mr. Rogers?
Yeah, like I mean, not the scandalous type part. No, not the that's why I said not the scandalous part. But
outside of that,
Mr. Rogers, as he's nice, like Will Smith, I feel like you walk up to him, give him a hug, and he's be like, "Hey, man, it's all good." You know what I'm saying?
I feel like Will Smith is not that guy that he wants to be. I feel like Will Smith is not that guy that he wants to be. I feel like he's a square.
Hey, shout out my dog Trayvon.
But a square in
what's good, Vaughn?
But what is a square? What is a square, and in what sense? Because
is that bad?
So I've read a few pages of his book, and I talked to people who have read the whole thing, and it pretty much goes on how he wants to be the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Like he wanted to be that guy on Will Smith that we saw, and so people really believe that that's who he is. And I don't think that's who he is. And I think that that's who people believe that Jada married. And we don't know these people. I feel like everything on Hollywood and all the other stuff is staged. I feel like they have a staged marriage. I feel like Jada owns Will Smith.
Oof. For a fact.
I feel like Jada owns Will Smith. I feel like every time Jada does something, and Will, cause like, come on now, Jada was on the screen. Jada has more screen time.
Hold on. I was liking you.
I think Jada has more screen time.
Jada doesn't have her own movie. Will has multiple of his own
I was about to
movies.
say she ain't got more screen time than Will.
Now, no disrespect to Jada. Jada do her goddamn thing.
Because I know she was on some shit with the Wayans.
Jason's Lyric was a fire ass movie. Said it all. Jason's Lyric. You never seen Jason's lyric?
Matrix and Set It Off. And Low Down Dirty Shame.
Wait, pause.
That
She was in Matrix?
Yeah.
What? She was Naomi.
She
I wanted to
was
name my.
right.
I wanted
She
to
was
name
in
one of my
every
kids
Matrix.
after her because she was.
yeah,
I love
Matrix.
them.
I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. I had to think because I'm thinking bald Jada, alopecia.
She was thinking. Every
Somebody said
Matrix,
she be pegging that man.
And yeah, she's definitely getting. Will Smith is definitely.
I think
getting
no. I
pegged.
feel
We
like
don't
she.
shame on the show.
No, I feel like she really needed a gangster. She wanted and she needed a gangster ass dude.
Just
she
say
needs
it.
a mother.
Just say it. Just say the name.
What?
You talking
Who?
about Tupac?
Tupac wasn't a gangster.
Yeah, Tupac wasn't a gangster. Tupac was a pretty boy who.
He wasn't a gangster.
I feel like once again, everything in Hollywood.
She needed a
music
big
is
meech.
staged.
She needed a.
She needed a dope boy.
Yeah, she needed a roughneck. I feel like she hasn't got her
Jada don't
roughneck.
even like niggas. She like women.
Ooh.
She needed Queen Latifah. Let me shut the fuck up. Let me shut the fuck up.
Ain't Queen Latifah married to a man?
No, Queen Latifah a lesbian.
Gay.
Yeah.
She's always been.
Yeah,
And remember
100%.
in Set It Off,
Queen-
she had that girlfriend?
Queen is fine. Queen, like,
I'm sorry, I didn't know she was gay. But if Queen Latifah, if you ever seen this, you come on the show, baby. I'll show you some things. You might.
I
shit,
love me some Queen, boy.
Shit.
Hey, respect the Queen. Respect the Queen.
Shit. I
But
do
that's
respect her,
that's
body
my
and
baby.
all.
You know what's crazy? One of my favorite movies of all time, and I don't know why, because it's not like it's an amazing movie.
You
but
say
it's a-
Taxi, I'm gonna be.
No, not
No.
Taxi.
I was about to say we
No,
gonna-
not Taxi. Taxi was
We
not
need,
good.
like
yeah,
that.
we need to talk.
Taxi was not good. Last Holiday with her and LL Cool J. That was just a solid movie.
Which
Who?
one?
The Last Holiday with
Yeah,
her
the
and LL
last
Cool J.
holiday was interesting.
It was just a solid movie, bro. Like it's not a great movie, but it's a solid movie. Like it'll just always be played on TNT. So I just
because I
fucked with it.
posted my shrooms playlist.
I was about to say, like, how did you do that? I'm looking at your ass the
yeah,
whole time.
shout
Oh,
out
shit.
to my cousin. Yeah, the shrooms playlist is nice.
So everybody in here, go check out her Shrooms playlist. It just got posted in the chat. Go look at the link in there. Before we go, cause I want to accommodate my man's here, cause he knows I'm a big advocate of my man's numero uno, Drizzy Drake. And
Drake
Like
is-
your husband.
Yeah, not your
No.
husband.
No.
Drake is an advocate for like the guys who don't like
Gave up on
women,
themselves.
Who don't like women.
Who gave up
but
on themselves
we don't
and
wanna
don't
sit
like
here
women.
and say that we don't like women. It's in the music. And then what was that one song he's talking about? We don't fuck with broke boys. We don't fuck with broke boys. Why are you fucking with
People that
boys,
listen,
Drake?
people
Does
that
anybody
listen to
question
Drake are the
that?
type to close they refrigerator with their hip.
We all do it. I can't sit here and say that.
No,
I'm
no.
a woman, so I
Yeah,
don't
you're a
know. I
woman.
see, okay.
But for the men, they close they refrigerator with their hip.
I do it with my foot, thank you. But
No,
anyway.
you hit them with the
No, and
arms in the air.
it's not that. Why do you think Drake hates women?
It's in the music. I don't think he hates music. I feel like the industry that he works for sells that, and that's what he has to push. I definitely feel like he's getting pegged somewhere.
So is it hating women, or has he been hurt and burnt by women, right? And
I mean, well, most of the men who talk that stuff has been hurt and burnt. So yeah.
I mean,
But what's wrong with being hurt and burnt
Bruh,
by the things that you are
it's
after?
not
That
even-
comes
so
with
but
it.
then when you talk about it, then what's the problem about talking about it though?
What's the problem with talking about it? It's nothing. He's not talking about it though. He's literally talking
I
about.
feel like he's living it.
He's talking about. This is okay with living it. No, it's not. You shouldn't live it. He should overcome it. But he's like always talking about Rihanna. He and
That's
then-
not confirmed.
That was confirmed.
That's
That's
always
That
is
was confirmed. The homie, the white dude that he was talking shit about recently, he was like, "Oh, it's crazy how white people can and talk about what's hot and what's not." The same nigga he was on Joe Budden's podcast. The same motherfucker that was sitting in the corner, he made like 2 or 3 tracks on that fucking album. Like, bitch, you try to one up on niggas and then you look stupid
I hear
because
it.
motherfuckers
Interesting.
on your shit.
You
So-
gotta fact check that. You gotta send
There
me
ain't
the
no
link on
fact
that
check.
one.
It's already there.
You gotta send me the link on that one, brother, because I ain't going for that one. Just like
Virginia Beach, though.
thank you.
Yes.
Thank
okay.
you.
So
'Cause
that
everyone's
was
like,
a
oh,
troll. So
that's not a troll.
Drake is a hoe. That's not a troll.
No, he confirmed it the other day that
He
it's about Virginia Beach, Virginia.
When did he say that?
It's a troll.
Send me the
Oh,
link.
It's a troll.
please.
Send me the link.
It's a troll.
Send me the link.
The fact
'Cause
that it's
I swear
about
I sent it
Virginia
to
Beach,
you.
When the last-
Virginia is a whole troll.
When the
Why
last
is he
time-
making songs about Virginia Beach?
When the last time you ever seen
Is
or
he
heard
still-
about Drake being in Virginia Beach? Virginia, period. Go ahead, I'm waiting.
I mean, I
Don't see
feel like
Drake-
a lot of
I was
rappers-
in DC with Drake and didn't find out he
It's
was at
not
the club.
fucking Virginia.
Can you shut up and listen for 2 seconds? That's your problem.
By all means, see you acting like Drake, sensitive.
I feel like a lot of
nigga.
rappers be in and out VA because
Thank
Busta
you.
Rhymes got his driver's license at the Chestnut on DMV and Chestnut.
People be here, you just don't know. And to me,
Chestnut?
Oh, off of Roanoke.
Newport.
He
News.
said that in Something in the Water. He said, I got my driver's license at the DMV on Chestnut and Roanoke in Newport News.
Bitch, how?
It's
just
Busta
here,
Rhymes.
bro.
He was probably hitting something on 76th Street, City Line.
damn, don't say that.
We don't
now.
know.
But,
Yo.
but even a couple songs later, Drake was talking about pull up to Virginia and chill.
Hold on, you look like you got a little fan right there. What's wrong with being sensitive?
Ain't nothing wrong with being sensitive.
Hold on.
It's
That's
not
your
wrong
problem.
with being sensitive.
That's your problem right there. You ain't listening. Nah. You know what I'm saying? Sensitivity. I feel like both genders should have sensitivity, but what you're sensitive over? He's sensitive over Drake. He's been sensitive
mean,
over
So
Drake.
men can't be sensitive over
Another man, over another man,
People can be sensitive over what they want to be, period. But how you express that and how you overcome it in a lane like music, it starts becoming repetitive. People start getting tired of it. Like, as a woman, honestly, I'm getting tired of listening to the same shit about how these bitches ain't shit and how they're just good for this and they're just good for that. And, oh, what did this shit say? That, oh, you need someone to think for you. What type of shit is that?
Because some of y'all, I've literally, I'm not going to put out no names. I'm not going
That's
to put
on
out
you.
no
I'm not
names.
gonna speak on
Because
this.
some women don't want to think when they're with a man. Some people want people to make all the decisions for them. You might not be that one, but I promise you, literally, I was somewhere with a person who we're not going to name like a week ago, and they were with me, and they said, hey, literally, I don't want to think for myself right now. Just make the decision you do everything.
Oh, then don't be around those kind of women. There's other women that are not like that.
When
That's
you're
what he
Drake,
attracts.
When you're Drake, those women just they come around. They
Okay,
disguise
well
themselves.
then-
they disguise
Well, then,
themselves.
and then
then
it's
you
just,
learn the
well, then you
lesson.
gotta level up, and then don't be around those kind of women. And just like when people want to sit here and say that women have badass baby daddies because they didn't see he was a good guy. You had all these good guys, and why didn't you pick these good guys? It's because, I don't know, maybe people lie, people get betrayed, all this other stuff. You know, like, go after what you want. If people attract what they don't want all the time. Attractive people attract ugly motherfuckers. So you sitting here to say, I gotta deal with somebody ugly because I attract them? No, I don't. I can just not look. I can go around it. Keep going
But
where the pretty
sometimes
people are.
we go past that.
I don't know who that is, but
No, 100%. Now, I'm not going to disagree with what you're saying. I do think at this specific age range, it is time to start ascending in your language and what you're talking about in your message and your delivery. I do agree with that, but you can't knock and say he's not at the top because men lie, women lie, but numbers don't.
At the top,
all 24 of your tracks are on the top Billboard 100 already.
I'm not gonna
Come on
sit
now.
here and say
P
Drake.
Diddy had Carisha win podcast of the year
Okay,
for
Because
2
P
years
Diddy got
straight.
more bread. Because P Diddy got more bread.
And Drake
Drake?
got bread.
Not more than Drake.
And Drake got bread.
Yeah,
and it's interesting because Apple
Drake
Music
won his-
tried to tell me Drake was my number one list that I was listening to in 2023.
Oh, so you're a secret Drake fan.
How is
Fantastic.
that?
Hold on,
How
Thank
is
you.
that?
No,
How
thank
is
you.
that?
Secret
And I
Drake
said
fan
that.
here.
And then right under that was Project Pat. How is Drake number one? And then Project Pat is number fucking two.
I mean,
How?
Say something stupid. You
How?
gonna get Memphis on your ass.
And I'm like,
and I can't.
how?
And I can't.
get Memphis on my ass.
And
They
then the
killed Dolph.
songs, and then the
That's what I'm
songs
telling
that
you.
they said
You
that
play
I
if you want to.
played of Drake's.
That's like the Beehive.
Project Pat
was
versus
that-
Drake, though? Come on, stop.
Project Pat versus Drake.
Project Pat versus Drake.
Bro,
Project
stop.
Pat would go crazy.
Yeah, stop playing,
That's
bro.
three-
Hey,
are we
look.
talking about
Hey,
3-6
stop.
Mafia
Stop.
included?
No, we're talking about Project Pat.
I'm trying to tell you, stop right now.
Are we talking about the songs with 3-6 Mafia? Or are we talking about just Project Pat?
We're talking about just Project
because
Pat.
Project Pat has so many albums.
No, 100%. And I fuck with Project Pat heavy, but I mean on a number scale and recognizable scale.
Project Pat.
So you're telling me you could drop Project Pat in Mongolia right now, and niggas will recognize him.
Okay.
Guarantee you, if you drop Drake off in Mongolia, niggas are recognizing Drake in
Okay, well
Mongolia.
that's
Niggas
Mongolia.
in Mongolia ain't got no internet
that's the
service.
thing. Project Pat was like the beginning of that trap drug era. They was really the first ones to talk about sticking their dick in bitches' booty holes and selling them drugs at the same time.
I feel like
So that's
Drake
what
is
you
not.
wanna get
Hold on,
Drake isn't doing none of that.
I
He
feel
can go to Mongolia and make music.
I feel like
Project
if
Pat
he had
can't do
a
that.
if he had a regular life, he would not be on the stardom that he is on now.
Drake is a white man. That's
Did he
why he's
not
on
have
the
a regular
stardom.
life?
Drake
He did
is
not.
a white man. He's a white
Well,
man.
the first time we seen Drake wasn't through his raps. We seen him
he
on
was on
TV.
Degrassi.
Okay, is that not a regular? Your mama never took you to a Disney Channel interview audition?
No, she
No.
has not.
Damn, y'all didn't have a
Because-
childhood.
Damn, Aretha, why haven't
Look
you
what they
taken
did.
us to
Well,
these
look what every Disney kid they
Just
did
because
to
you
them.
ain't got chops don't mean he's
look what-
multi-talented.
Look at every Disney kid. Let's be honest. And first off, he wasn't even on Disney. He was on Nickelodeon.
But I'm saying, has your mom ever took you to a Disney audition or an audition of some kind for Gerber, for modeling, for something? Just because you didn't make it don't mean you didn't live a normal life. If you made it, does that mean you're not normal
I'm
anymore?
just saying that his life at an early age wasn't as natural as somebody like
He
Dolph.
didn't have an American in life.
It wasn't.
He even
It
an
wasn't
American.
as natural as like somebody like Dolph
Dolph's life won't natural.
or
Having to
Killer
grow up in the
Mike
streets,
or
that's not natural.
Outcast.
That's not natural. That's sad to grow up like that. You have to grow up like that sometimes. That's called
You're
survival.
you're taking the
I
word
see-
natural and you're
I
bending
see-
it.
I see where both y'all is coming from, but listen to this. Drake is targeting the people who grow up like Outkast and them. Drake did not grow up. That's like me right now rapping butter, bread, and peanut butter. And those motherfuckers know damn well I live on the outskirts of the butter, pretty gutter.
How do you know how this man grew? Just because you saw him.
What do you mean?
Bro, TLC.
He talks about it.
TLC was one of the biggest groups of all time, right? Well,
But they didn't grow up in that lifestyle.
But they didn't get paid as much.
They got out the
so you're just
mud.
saying, oh, he's not normal because he was on Degrassi or because he had a different lifestyle than you did. I don't mean he wasn't normal.
I'm talking about compared to
saying it's
normal
not
artists.
Cool for him to sit here and
Culture vulture.
yeah, I feel like Drake is a culture vulture, and then he gets his abs done.
So was
He's a
Lil
girl.
Wayne a culture vulture when he did rock music?
Yes.
What? Yes.
Really?
And that's why he only did one album with rock
No,
music
he
on
wasn't
it.
good at it. That's why he only did one album.
Because he didn't live that lifestyle.
What is Drake? Drake is good at adapting cultures.
Because he knows how to take it. He's just like, he's the
Because he's a
equivalent.
fucking Jew.
Bro,
Oh,
y'all,
damn. Oh.
Jesus Christ. That might be the show, guys. We didn't know that one was going to hang on there.
I've been waiting to use Kanye lines, but you beat me to it with that one.
But no, that's not why he's
Whoa.
good at taking shit.
Damn, I like her. She's better than me.
It's honor. It's showing, hey, I want to further this. As an artist, you want to further something by a
Of
product.
course,
So
of
you
course.
take homage, you take honor from these.
Of
Like he
course.
takes honor from gigs. He takes honor. He fucks with Central C. He fucks with all these UK artists and shit. So he might take from them and say, hey, we have a lot of English shit over here in Canada too. I'm gonna try this out here. Then he's gonna do his island ting. Then he's gonna he's gonna do his whole. Fucking,
and that is what. That's the problem. That's the problem. Would you go to Jamaica trying to imitate their language?
with respect.
No, you wouldn't.
100%.
No, you wouldn't.
100%. There will be no disrespect on it. Because honestly, if you have
They said, okay, so Trayvon, they said, what about Uzi and his little rock star shit?
Yo, Mimi, shout out to Mimi. She just texted me about the Jew comment.
Yo, you talking about Uzi? Honestly, I had more respect for Uzi in 2015.
I have no respect for Lil Uzi. I have no respect for these sweet little boys out here.
No.
Sweet. Why
Sweet.
Uzi was a spitter. If
Uzi
you
is a
really
sweet spitter.
if you really listen to what he was putting out back in 2015, 2016, shit like that, he was a rapper.
And didn't
rapped.
he steal his shit from what's the little boy's name from Hampton? Trees, low key.
trees.
Trees. Didn't he steal his shit from Trees?
Hey, shout out Trees,
Should we or should we not be supporting Uzi? I don't even know that little boy. I mean, he's a man. I don't even know Trees. I don't know him like that, but I heard Uzi stole his shit. And because of that, I really don't bang with Uzi. Because as a used to be local rapper, you can't sit here and steal nothing from somebody's plate that's on the same table that I'm sitting at.
But with that being said, because even Drake got hit with one. He about to get 2 lawsuits because he used a sample out of he used a sample out of some shawty's one of her mixtapes or whatever like that.
Drake already said my dispositions never surface. It's all good.
But
So good.
Again,
I'll give you a Drake quote for anything you
it's
want. I'll give you
it's
a Drake quote for anything you want.
It's a pro and a con to what he's doing. Yes, he can say it's the label thing. Yes, you can say as an independent artist, you need to have all your stuff licensed and trademarked.
Oh, it don't matter. When certain people come for your shit, you
They
can
gonna
get a
come for their
license,
shit, bro.
you get a trademark.
I mean, look at my example. Me personally, I hadn't had it with Summer Walker, bro. One of my songs, bro. I didn't. The crazy thing about it, I didn't even care for that song that I had made, but the fact that you took my whole beat and all you did was take off the tag because you found it off of BeatStars and you used it, and then your baby daddy gets on the internet and says, "Oh yeah, I made your whole album." Like, that shit is disrespect. Like, I'm just like, first off, you lying to the public. Second, you're lying to yourself. The album, luckily the album flopped, so I wasn't mad. But at the same time, it's just like, yo, I put hard earned shit with that.
Okay. Now how do we kick people out the chat?
Yeah, Drake did take drum
He
shit
did.
from Hotline Bling.
One,
Come on.
that's a very common beat in the first place.
It is not a fucking common beat.
Which one?
Cha-cha?
Cha-cha
I
is
like the
not
cha-cha.
a common beat.
Okay.
Do you know
Where did
the
Drum
process
get
of
that
what?
shit?
You know the process of that shit?
It's from something else too before. That wasn't original.
Okay, we could talk about Drake taking X shit.
We can talk about Drake taking Soulja Boy.
What's up?
We can talk about Drake.
Drake?
Miley Cyrus.
And the fact is,
Hip hop has been taken from the 70s, the 60s, the 50s since
but
they
not
fucking
like
started.
Drake been
But they
stealing
give
it like
homage.
swiper no swiping.
they give homage.
It's like, okay,
But
like
do you
when
know why
these
I
little
don't say
bitches,
something?
like when
Because
these
it's
little bitches
honoring,
quote
it's not
Nicki
just stealing.
Minaj. People have bitches that have the Nicki Minaj flow on some shit. Okay, she's paying homage to Nicki, but Drake will sit here and take somebody's whole flow on their whole fucking
And
song
make it look like it's
and
his.
won't even fuck with that artist. It'll be a different thing if you rub shoulders with X, but he shitted on that little boy, and then he said that if somebody killed me, Drake did it, and then he gets dead like 2 weeks later.
Niggas say shit all the time, bro.
Yeah, niggas say shit all the
Well,
time.
you want to be
like,
his
pay the
defensive
fool,
lawyer?
Niggas
You want to go to court for
But
that
I
shit?
mean, imagine, okay, so you're saying everything that's said in a song is real life?
No.
Oh,
not at all.
Okay.
Not at all.
That's my whole point
Not at
right
all.
there.
But that
How
little boy
much
said
fake
that on
shit-
live. He
That's
said it on
cool.
live on
That's-
Instagram.
What you say in a song and what you take from another song is two different things.
I guess. I mean,
If you go around as an artist, I feel like y'all should know, like, taking somebody's flow
hey, bro, no. Better
is
piss me the fuck off.
audacity.
Honestly, I would love to get Mr. Drake Aubrey Graham on the show.
Aubrey's a white man. We need to stop letting these white people say the N-word. I don't care.
Drake is not white. His father is black. He's black and Jewish. There's black Jews.
Man,
Blacks were
what
the
you know
original
how-
Jews.
hey, you know how I
His dad
know-
is just black?
Black, and I want to say something else, but I don't think he's white though. His dad's
I
fucking
honestly
white.
like this, bro.
Okay.
Drake so fucked up. His own daddy made his mom a single mom. Let's just put it like that.
And that's rough. I'm not co-signing that.
what?
That's
Say it
rough.
again?
That's rough.
Say what you just said again.
Drake's daddy didn't even like Drake to the point where he left. He didn't even go. If you look at his history, there's no court documents of him ever trying to fight for his son because he didn't even want to deal with him.
They're actually all, well. I don't know. if
No,
there's
they're
court
not.
Documents.
No,
There's
they're not. They
Drake
never
talks
had.
about it in his music how much his dad was in his life actually, and that there was a disconnect for sure. But the reconnection happens, and that happens to a lot of people.
I think was trying to sell him an RV.
You act like dads
Shut
don't
the fuck
leave.
up.
You act like multiple dads, millions of dads across this world don't say, "Hey, I'm going to get a gallon of milk and I'll be right back," and don't ever come back.
Oh my
It's not
God.
just Drake. That's not Drake specific. Like, what the fuck?
That's the only thing he got in common with black people.
It's a plight of some kind. Okay, he has a pad. Like, what? Get out of here. I'm not saying Drake can say the N-word. I'm not saying he can't say the N-word. I'm just saying.
Oh my gosh. What
Guys.
did you say, Gucci and the other kid?
Gucci and his other kids. I'm dead.
Oh my
But,
god.
guys, we've been going on about 2 hours.
Oh my
2
goodness,
hours and
this is
30
fun.
41 minutes.
Oh, jeez. So, guys, we're going to wrap it up here with this good old Drake talk. I wanted to get Ed a chance to get some things off his chest because he doesn't meet too many Drake haters as well.
I got some things off my chest too.
You know?
I actually did.
Anything else
She
I
can
can
come
say
back
bad
anytime.
about
she
I
wants.
know. That's why
let me
I'm
see.
fair. I'm fair. I'll stand on my square and support Drake all goddamn day. But I wanted you to have an accomplice finally to bond
See,
you
look
in the
at
in
that.
the hate.
You would have said she was coming out and she was a Drake hater. I would have been here at 3:00. I guarantee
I
it.
mean, you know,
I would have been sitting in the dark. Wait,
but that's another reason why he's so great, though. Because I mean, you love to hate him. You watch him. You listen to him. You listen to the album.
no, but
I stopped listening to Drake after what's the one
once he
with
started talking about Kanye,
Glaciers.
once you fucked with Ye,
Ye was fucking with him first. Ye is one of the greatest beat
Somebody
makers ever.
explain that to me.
Ye is one of the greatest beat makers ever.
Talk
but
correct.
every time, I am talking correctly. Ye is one of the greatest beat makers ever. He has progressed the music genre in general forward so far. It's fucking ridiculous. Changed the whole sound. We went from one era, then Kanye came in, went to a whole new era, and he's changed multiple eras along the way with auto-tune, with his beat making, with his soul samples, with everything, right? All respect due to Ye. I'm a Ye fan. I'm a Ye fanatic. I believe in Ye, right? However,
we're gonna take out the auto-tune.
Every beat he's giving Drake is a trash-ass beat. I feel like Ye is really out there trying to sabotage Drake on some real shit.
Or maybe the Drake stands and Drake himself don't understand that the beat that he was given was legendary and he ain't used it to his capability.
Maybe Kanye knows.
Or
Drake
maybe
is
the
an
Do
Ghost
you
indie
know which
plant.
beat is Kanye's beat?
Hmm?
Do you know the Drake songs that he has? Do you know which ones are Kanye's beats
He
that
ain't got-
Kanye gave him?
He ain't got none on his new album.
Not the new, of course not on the new album.
What are you talking about?
Kanye has Drake beats.
Yes.
Do you know which beats are Kanye's that Drake has sung on?
What are they?
That's my whole point right there. That's how bad you know a Kanye beat when you hear it, but you can't think of a Kanye beat for Drake, right? Because it's a bad fucking beat. Nobody promotes that shit because it's a bad fucking beat.
No, I think maybe it's a bad fucking song.
Anyway,
Ugh.
guys,
What you
before we
talking about?
leave here today, we just want to let you guys know thank you for coming on in and supporting us today. Southern Belle Fungus was here. Clap it up, clap it up, clap it up.
Fun. Thank you.
Yes,
I gotta come back.
We definitely would love to have you back as well, so we can see some lion's mane, so we can see some chicken of the wood, so we can see
Hell
some other stuff
yeah.
as well. Guys, please come to our page at NoLimit.podcast on Instagram. Follow, like. We're trying to pay our mama's houses off and get some of this debt off our shoulders. You feel me? We're trying to live light free. I'm trying to go see Drake. I'm trying to fly on that 747. You feel me?
The page is being deleted tonight.
Don't be a hater, bro.
It will not promote bullshit or
You
profit.
promote it all day.
Yeah, but it won't be on
promote it all day.
it won't be on no bullshit. I tell you that.
Anyway, so thank you guys, No Limit Podcast. If you guys are going to start a podcast, if you guys want to do some music, tap in with us here at No Limit Podcast. We got the music studio right next door. We
Definitely
got the
tap
podcast
in. They
station
have
right
everything. This shit looks freaking cool. It looks cool as fuck. They got the lights. They got the things that go over
He said
the
the
lights.
things.
here. We got the stage
They
right
got
for the studio and
tripods.
everything.
They got like 3 cameras in front of me. They got 3 mics.
We got more
Buttons.
than that.
They got buttons
yeah.
over here.
We got
said
switchboards. We got sounds. We got shit. We ain't
Yeah,
do no
and the
sounds
studio
today.
in the cut. They got a studio over there. It's legit. It's
And
legit.
last but not least, we want to thank you, Tia Southern Belle Fungus, for coming
Thanks
on
for
through.
having me. Thanks for
Guys,
having me.
follow her on Instagram. Hit her up for any mushroom needs. You know, she has lion's mane. She has the what? The
Lion's mane. I got
supplements.
Rishi's. I have cordyceps tinctures, turkey tail tinctures, Rishi tinctures, also Rishi's supplements. They got
Most of that I
everything.
can't even spell, but I guarantee it's
She
good
talks
for you.
about it
Okay.
on her page though, so you can see a lot of information and stuff on her
Yes.
page and everything.
Follow
Word.
me on Instagram at Southern_Belle BELLE_fungus. Southern Belle Fungus.
Yeah, straight up. So for the rest of the week, just in case you might not see us this Friday, I'm gonna do my damnness. I don't know about D-Lo. I don't know what his schedule's looking at. We'll talk about it and see where it's gonna go. We'll
Why
give
do you try to
updates.
add shit last minute?
Huh?
Why do you try to add shit to my schedule last minute?
No, I told you about it 3-4 times already.
When?
You didn't even let me finish. You don't even know what I'm about to tell them.
Because you never told me.
I've told
Go.
how much you want to bet. Put you being a Drake fan on it. That I didn't tell you about it.
I can't be a Drake fan any longer?
You can't. gotta-
You're funny. Anyway.
Yeah, I know you didn't want to do that. But anyways, this Friday we're gonna go live, and hopefully we got some viewers in there to. We're about to make an intro song. You know what I'm
is
saying?
that what you're talking about?
Yeah. You see how close you was to not listening to Drake anymore?
Shit.
I hope you shook my hand.
You didn't tell me about it. We
Devil's
talked about it,
advocate.
but you didn't tell me that we was doing it this Friday.
I did. Anyways, like I said, he might not be here. He might.
They're
But yo,
funny.
y'all tap in. We're going to join the live on Friday. We're going to get this beat done, see what we can do, because we need an intro song. We need a banger. We got to get y'all hype. Gotta get y'all hype for next Wednesday. So y'all tune in, check us out. We got a new amazing guest, so it's gonna be a dope ass.